And we're live, we're live, we're live. That was really quick. That went live like almost immediately. Let me get some music going. Can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear that music? Is that too loud, too quiet? Y'all let me know. I think that's actually just right. So yeah, we got some scanning to do, y'all. We got a lot of scanning to do. We got an exciting, exciting day ahead of us. We got a Saturday where we really ain't got nothing else to do for the day but scan. You know we were going to be singing Scan to Make Her Dance all day long. What better way to spend our Saturday afternoon than scanning in some brand new Magic the Gathering bulk cards we just picked up. And dancing, of course, yes. What up, y'all? What up, Lux? Luck, rather. Lance, how's it going? Lumberzack. We're live, we're live. I just picked up 40,000 cards, scanning time. Hell yeah, Razor. What cards? Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Lorcana, One Piece. What kind of cards we talking? What are we working with? What are we working with here? We got a big old pile. A big old pile. Let me see if I can show you guys. Look at that big old pile. That's just one box. And we want to go through multiple boxes today. If you guys didn't make the video today, if you didn't get a chance to watch it, I just literally put it live an hour ago. But if you haven't watched it, we picked up 400. We picked up 200,000 Magic the Gathering bulk cards. These are sifted, but they were only sifted down to $1. So we're gonna see how much it's worth in these boxes. I've got 3 boxes on me. Probably won't be able to scan through all 3 boxes, but we will scan through at least one, if not, maybe try to get a second scanning of cards in, but we will see. But let me catch up with chat and we will get started. I'm also charging my phone, so I'm letting it charge. I'm delaying so I can get this phone charged. Magic? Hell yeah, Razor. Hell yeah. So I picked up 17,000 Magic cards from a local person a couple days ago and was going through that. And there was a lot of good stuff in that. So this is the bulk that's going to be kind of low priority for me. You know, since I still have the bulk that we got from forever ago, I still have a bunch of that to go through. I picked up some local stuff that's 17,000 cards I still have to go through. I still probably have like 80,000 bulk Magic cards to go through. That's probably worth more than going through this stuff since I know this stuff is sifted. But we want to just see how valuable this stuff is. And if it's valuable enough to want to hold on to, we'll hold on to it and get to it eventually. It's going to be like our backlog. And we might even have this backlog all the way until September. We never know. We'll be eventually going through it, I'm sure. Armageddon, welcome. MTG all the way, hell yeah. Bought for 10,000 Magic cards, around 5,000 cards. Bought for 10,000 Magic cards, around 5. What do you mean? What do you mean, Luck? It's 3:30 a.m. in Japan at the moment and was about to go to sleep at 3 a.m. then seen your live notification, so I thought I would stay awake for hell yeah. Spice, I appreciate you staying up. You don't need to stay up long. You should go to bed. That's crazy. It's late. It's late. Just wondering, in your last video, you pull cards from 25 cents and above, but what do you do with the cards below if you take a quick look to see if a 23-cent card has fast sell-through rate or not? No, Vincent, I don't really go through the cards that are lower than 25 cents. That I just send off to my buyer. I have a buyer that buys my bulk for more than I pay for it, so I can just push it off. I don't really go lower than 25 cents. It's not really terribly worth it for me. So for a long time, I was just holding on to the bulk and was just kind of doing nothing with it. But I found someone to buy it. So 200,000 Magic is wild. It's a lot. It's a lot. The MTG distributor at our local game store is one of the largest buyers sellers in the country and has hooked me up with all the bulk I need. Hell yeah, Razor Thin. That's awesome. That's a really good deal. Does he go through it first or does he just send you stuff that he hasn't sifted? 10,000 USD for 5,000 cards. Oh, wow. That's crazy. You spent 10K on 5,000 cards. That's awesome. So they must be like higher end cards than Luck. $5 a thousand is a great price. That's a great price. I paid about $10 per thousand, a little under $10 per thousand for these cards. The one thing I can never get my head around is that bulk, even commons can sell for $2. Yeah. Yep. Commons and uncommons, there's a lot of Magic cards that sell for quite a bit. You never know with Magic. How's it going, Phantom? Mike, what up? How's it going? I mean, Pokemon's the same way too, but you got to find older bulk. Mike, it's going well. It's going well. How about you? No, just straight unsifted. It's wild. That's awesome. That is awesome. So do you pick up a lot, Razor Thin? Rudo, Brody, welcome. How's it going? I'm doing good. We're about to get started with some sifting and scanning these in, see what they're worth, and see if it's worth going through. Maybe we got lucky with that first row and the rest of the box is trash, or some of the other boxes are trash and it's not worth going through. So we'll just kind of have to figure it out as we go and see if it's worth going through. First month online so far, I've made 700 profit. I'm stoked. Hell yeah, that's really good. Last Magic Bulk I bought was 4,000 cards and they were sorted, sifted, alphabet, and color-coded. Oof, that is rough. That is rough. Yeah, you definitely don't want alphabetized bulk if you can get around it, especially Magic. Magic, you really want unsifted bulk as much as you can. This is sifted bulk, but it's not sifted down really, really heavy. I have a feeling that this box, I'll be surprised if we find a card over 50 cents. It might just be literally cards down to 50 cents. Should be good. Helps me move a lot of my inventory as I can use these cards to lure people in. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I'm finishing up my last 20,000 and got 40,000 new ones to go through now. That's legit. That's legit. Yeah, you start going through that, you'll be able to really pump through it. It's going, ready to throw my scan out the window. The Rico software won't see it, but Windows and third-party software does. Interesting. Are you on a Mac, Mike? I heard they have problems with Macs. Okay. Let me get my camera set up, and we will get started on the old grind. On the old scanning grind. You guys know what game this is from? This is a bop. Let me tell you, this right here is a freaking bop. Let's do that. I think that gives you guys the full picture of what we're working with. Maybe later in the stream we can show you guys all the bulk we picked up. Go back in the garage and show you guys the bulk. Just pulled 7 $10 cards from this unsifted bulk. That's awesome, Armageddon. Yeah, that's doable. That's definitely doable. Evening from England, nice to be able to catch it live. Hell yeah, Bristolian. That's legit. I'm glad I can do a different time that more people can join. Card Uploader has been a lifesaver with chaos sorting. Solved 2 of the biggest issues with bulk, getting reliable inventory and cutting down on time sorting. Yep, 100%. It really helps. It really helps a lot. It definitely helps a lot. Let me see if you guys can see what I'm seeing. All right. You guys can indeed. Check out all the stacks. All right, let me get this other phone on with the live stream up so I can see chat on this phone, and we'll get going. Nope, Windows 11 PC, I've been uninstalling and reinstalling, changing USB ports. Nothing interesting. I never had that problem, Mike. That's weird. Granted, I don't have Windows 11, which is bad. I should upgrade to Windows 11. Goated setup. I try. This is not the best setup, but it works. It works. All right. Well, while this is turning on, we can go ahead and get it started. Get it scanning in. Scan them cards, baby. Come on. Get us started. Oh, hello. All right. And there we go. We're off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot to scan in. A lot of scanning to do today. Lots of scanning to do. Our over-unders are going to be way lower with this bulk. You know, hopefully when we do over-unders, we want to do like $3, $4 cards and see if we can get above $3 in any of these cards. And now it's going to be like, is our over-under 50 cents? So who knows what kind of cards we'll find. All right, what was I going to do? I was going to go to YouTube, pull up the live stream chat. How much do you think a good price for Pokemon WotC Commons? Ooh, WotC Commons. It probably depends on the condition, but man, WotC Commons? Are you selling on eBay or TCG Player? If you're selling on eBay, I mean, I would probably pay $0.25 per WotC Common if they're in decent condition. If they're all like moderately played and worse, then maybe less than that, but especially if they're in near mint condition, that'd be definitely worth it. But typically, you're not going to find WotC bulk in good condition. Usually, they're going to be moderately played or heavily played. It's pretty hard to find that old of bulk in good condition, at least for Pokemon. Sometimes you can find it in Magic, but Pokemon especially, it seems like they're never in terribly good condition. I'm really curious how many cards are in this. So here's part of the problem. I might have lied just a smidgen on my video today. I said I picked up 200,000. I did the math, and I think it's closer to 180,000 because he counted these 4-row boxes as 5,000 cards. You cannot fit 5,000 cards in these boxes. Now, he did shove them in real good, but I think best case scenario, you might be able to fit like 40. I usually say these are 4,500, maybe 4,700 if you really, really shove them in there. So we lost basically 300 cards a box, but it ended up coming out just at like $10 per thousand anyway. So we paid $9 per thousand in theory if we got 200,000 cards, but it ended up coming out to closer to $10 because I think he miscounted, which is fine. It is what it is, but I'm still willing to pay the $10. I can still make money on that price, but it is what it is. They're around near mint to LP. Oh, then yeah, probably quarter per card, I would say, is probably a decent price. I don't know. It's been a while since I've looked at WotC, like WotC overall, but I would probably pay that. That seems like pretty good inventory that I would definitely want for my store. So. Only 180,000 cards, barely worth buying. Yeah, I know, right? Yep, it's not even worth it at that point. What the hell? But it does kind of suck when you realize you basically didn't get 20,000 cards that you were supposed to get. You know, when you think of it that way, like, it's a little bit harsher, but it's not a big deal. The guy was super cool. He actually owns a store in a small town in Indiana. So he owns a brick and mortar there. He has a Roka sorter. He was telling me all the problems of the Roka sorter. He doesn't even sell on direct either. He said he has over 1 million cards listed on TCG Player. He's like, I'm gonna go back to the store and I probably have 1,000 orders to pack. I'm like, that is disgusting. 1,000 orders? That sounds miserable. I'm all for doing a lot of orders, but 1,000 orders, that's a lot. That is a lot. How could you? I know, right? I know. How dare you? So the problem with this bulk is it is some dirty bulk. Some very dirty bulk. So I'm having to clean this every like 600-700 scans. So that's going to be one of the things that's slowing us down here is cleaning this. It's about 800 to 1,000 cards. He was asking 400. 400, that's how much per card? 1,000 cards, $400. That's 40 cents a card. I don't know if I would do. I would offer maybe 300 and pay 30 cents a card, maybe. I don't know if I would do 400. That's a little high. I don't know. With like, if any of it's near mint, it's worth a pretty penny, from what I understand. Like WotC bulk's pretty good at near mint. But yeah, I don't know. That's difficult. That's like on the cusp of probably spending too much. But I don't know. You could probably look into some of the cards. Like if he's got some Pikachus or some Eevees, like I'm sure those would go for a pretty penny. But I don't know. It's been a while since I've like specifically looked at just like WotC bulk. I usually don't get a ton of WotC bulk in. So like the few times that I go through it, I don't pay attention to the prices because it's just kind of mixed in with all my other cards. But also, I don't know if I've gotten most of the WotC stuff I get is all none of it is close to near mint. Most of it's moderately played. So maybe I'd pay up for better condition, but $400 is a little bit. I don't know. If there's 1,000, if there's 800, it's even worse. You know, it's even less. You're paying even more per card. So I'm supposed to be going to the 500 tomorrow. If you guys don't know, there is a massive race. It's called the Indianapolis 500. I go every year. It's one of my favorite events of the year. Tomorrow is the race, but the problem is there is an insanely high chance of rain basically all day. So it's probably going to get delayed until the next day. I've never gone to the race when it was on the Monday after, so I have no idea that's going to work. And I don't know how I've gone to the race a couple years ago. It got delayed, but I've never seen it get like postponed to the next day. So I have no idea how that works. So that's going to be tomorrow. So I'll be busy most of the day tomorrow if the rain stays away. But what I imagine is the rain's not going to stay away. So I probably will just be doing card stuff all day tomorrow. 1,000 orders. Hope he's making enough to hire someone to do that. Oh, yeah. He's got other people doing it, I think. I have a regular source for bulk rares. The count there is sometimes of as well, but the seller always delivers a top-up to get the agreed number. Yeah, he's like, oh, I counted 201,000, so I made sure just in case. But he said 5, and I didn't argue it. He said 5,000 cards per 4-row, and I wanted to be like, that does not fit 5,000 cards, but it's fine. You ever find cards with weed ash on them? What? No, I've not. That would probably smell disgusting. I have not, Armageddon. You and 300,000 of your closest friends? Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, rest in peace, Kyle Busch. That was sad to hear. Sounds like he died of sepsis. He had pneumonia, which turned into sepsis, and then he just died. That is brutal. Poor guy. He's a NASCAR racer, to be fair. He's not an IndyCar driver. At least I don't think he ever drove IndyCar. Maybe he did. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he just drove NASCAR, but that was sad to hear. I was like, damn, that's just crazy. He was only 41 years old, too. Super young. I mean, that's... I don't want to die at 41. You know, it's brutal. Yep, that was sad to hear. Sad to hear. But yeah, tomorrow's the race. We'll see if it happens. Probably not going to, and we'll have to go on Monday, which will be weird. I've never gone to the race on a Monday. I like going on the race on Sundays because it's always been, the 500 is always Memorial Day weekend, and you get the next day off, and usually we'll like go over to my parents' house or Elise's parents' house and just have a cookout. So it's like the perfect way to just kind of relax the day after and just, you know, eat some burgers and stuff. But not gonna happen now. Now we're gonna be at the race most likely on Monday. Don't slow down already. We're only 350 scans in this time. Oh no, that's some dirty bulk. Some dirty bulk. Got that dirty bulk. Just got someone to send me a message saying he was about 20 ETBs of set sorted sword and shield bulk. He says he only takes out the big hits. What's the max you'd pay? I don't pay much for sword and shield bulk, to be honest. Probably the same price I normally do. $10 per 1,000. Sword and shield bulk's not really worth that much, to be completely fair. At least not yet. So I would probably maybe pay 2 cents per card. First row you counted in the video was 1,186 cards, right? So if some rows are packed tighter, it might be close to 5K in a 4-row. No, that was like as tight as they will go. Like the box this row that I scanned in is basically as much as you could possibly fit in a row. So 1186 times 4 is like what? 4,700? 4,800 maybe? If you get up to 1,200. So yeah, it's not. It's definitely, you cannot fit, you just can't fit 5,000 cards in these boxes. You would have to literally like put them in the sides of the boxes too to be able to fit 5,000. It just doesn't fit. Does not fit. But yeah, 1186 is close. You need to be at 1250 per row. So I bet you, like I said, maybe 1,200 per row. So you're looking at 4,800. And even if you packed it that tight on all of them, that's still 200 cards short for each box, which doesn't sound like a lot. But when you buy 30 4-row boxes, then that's 6,000 cards. Did I do my math right? No, that's not right. Is that right? But that's assuming you can fit 4,800 per box, which it's probably close to 4,700. It's not something to complain about. I'll probably mention if we do another deal and say, hey, scan these in, these don't fit. You know, can we agree on 4,500 for these, or 4,700 or 4,800 even maybe? Just so we can get closer to the number. But we'll see. He was cool. He did talk about wanting to do more deals. He says he gets a lot of bulk. This isn't obviously the bulk that I prefer. I'd rather have bulk that isn't sifted, and I'd rather get it before he sifts it. And he did say that the person he buys it from, sometimes he just flips it. I think he gets it for like $5 per 1,000. So, if he doesn't want to go through it, or like if he doesn't find it to be worth it for him, he can always flip it to me for $10 per 1,000 and just double his money. So, and he talked about doing like 1 million at a time if I wanted to eventually. So we'll see. He says it takes a while for him to get it, and he hasn't talked to the guy that he normally buys bulk from in a while. So he's like, I don't even know if he still does it, but regardless, we'll see. We'll see. I'm turning 41 next year. Maybe it's time to YOLO. Yeah. Lance, 41 going on 80. Got 1/3 of my cards listed again after my suspension. eBay is so shitty. No reasons given. Wow. They didn't give you any reason why they suspended your account? Still using my handy dandy iPhone camera to take listings for photos for eBay. Have like 500 listings at the moment. That's not bad, Brooks. That's pretty good for your phone. I'm sure they'll do a nice memorial thing for him there, regardless of what you think that boy could drive. Yeah, 100%. What, is he controversial? I don't know anything about Kyle Busch, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm sure they'll do. I already saw like some kind of memorial thing they did on Carb Day, so I'm sure they'll do some stuff for him and kind of give him a little memorial for him. I mean, it's sad. It's sad when you see anybody in racing die. Usually in racing, you see them die in a race, which obviously we don't want to see happen. But that's kind of the nature of the beast when you're driving these things at 250 miles an hour. That's just going to happen. But the fact that someone passed away from just like pneumonia is crazy, But I got my first 2 orders on the new account today. Hell yeah, that's awesome. What were they? Magic? Pokemon? Do you ever do tracking with eBay listings? Whenever I don't do tracking, I get complaints it wasn't delivered, which I think is a lie. I mean, I do everything through the eBay standard envelope, if that's what you're asking. So yeah, it's all through tracking. I would never do it just by, I would never want to do it by just doing, like a stamp. I wouldn't just use a stamp. I wouldn't trust it. Then when a local furniture store in Indy would run a sale, buy all the furniture you want, and if it rains 1 inch on race day, you'll get it all for free. That's awesome. Can't do that now. Everyone will be going to that store. Afternoon, Malise. What up, Bronze God? We got Carmine in the chat, baby. All right, let's clean this bitch. Let's clean this bitch. Have you guys seen that clip? I think it's Channel 5. Was it Channel 5 that did it? Where they're interviewing like some people at a Trump rally, and they're talking about how the guy starts talking about how you should be respectful for women and all this stuff, and how women should be respected, and then his shirt, he turns it around and it's Hillary Clinton, and it says "Trump that bitch," and he says it like that. And then, I don't know, maybe it's not. I think it was actually Kepler, the guy that did it. But he's like, we don't even see the irony, do we? Like, it's just so, and I can't unhear that. I always say that shit. Trump that bitch! Clean that bitch! It's hilarious. It's like, oh, Jesus, the irony. All right, I did not the best of cleaning jobs, so let's see if that's good enough. Sell that smelly Pokemon bulk. I just collect for the sets. Sell me that smelly. Just collect for the sets. We're shipping it to me in Maine. Impossible to find any bulk up here. It's all old people. I mean, I can sell it to you for what I bought it for. Yeah. Send me a message on Discord or open a ticket on Discord. Hi, Commander. I have a Discord ticket system. Just open a ticket and say that you want to buy it. I'll sell it to you for what I bought it for. Mr. 10K is here. Mr. 10K. What does that mean? Wait, what is Mr. 10K? Stop giving Phantom all the credit. That scanner is the real MVP. Yup. Well, is it worth it? Reform Collector, what's up, man? It seems to be worth it. It seems to be worth it. All the boys out here listing cards on a Saturday. Who else? Yup. We love listing cards every day. It's every day, bro, with that listing channel flow. You know what I mean? The furniture store stopped a long time ago. Don't remember what happened, but it ended up being a financial mess for them. I imagine it would. Jordan Kepler, it's a few years old, but funny as fuck. Yes, Jordan Kepler. That's what I thought. I thought that's what it was, yeah. Yeah, that was so funny. I was cracking up. Yeah, that was years ago. That was, I think, when they were running that might even been the 2020 election? It was a while ago. But I always quote that. Trump that bitch! Oh, it's so ridiculous. Yeah, that's the issue I have if I do an eBay delivery. The shipping costs more than the card, so a 99-cent card becomes a $3.50 around that shipping. Honestly, y'all not only get shafted for eBay, like, eBay in the UK sucks. Y'all have to pay so much for listing fees. You don't get much, so it's very different eBay on the UK. So it's brutal. I don't know how people do bulk on eBay in the UK. Have you had any issues with the scratching on the card back? My scanner started doing after 10,000 scans. Brenton, I don't. I had that problem when I first started, but there's a middle piece that I took out that once I took it out, it fixed that problem. But I don't have that problem anymore. I had to take out that middle piece and then put the rollers back in, and it fixed it. But no, I've not had that problem anymore. But I did have that problem to start. Wow, we're not even getting through 400 scans before I need to clean this again. Granted, I didn't clean it really well, so that's probably why. I need to clean it better. All right, let's clean it again. Clean it again. Again. If you guys can name, I will say one word, again. Can you guys name that movie? Again. I'll give you a hint, it's a sports movie. That's all I'm giving you. It's all the context. All the context given. Alrighty, clean this. Dry this. Alrighty. She's Reggie. Let's actually get another. I need to clean these cloths. I just hand wash these fiber, what are they called? Fiber cloths, whatever they're called. You know what I mean. You wouldn't have meant when I stood. Microfiber cloths, that's what I'm looking for. I just hand clean them, put them in the sink with some like laundry detergent and just clean them, or no, I think I just use like, I don't know, dish soap, doesn't matter. I clean those by hand. Mr. 10K, oh, I gotcha. Hey, what up? I have a Discord ticket system, Phantom 2026, yup, we're in the future. It's been a weird week, but we'll be back at it Monday, hell yeah. What does eBay simple delivery cost in the US? It's not called simple delivery, it's just it's called eBay standard envelope. It's just basically a stamp for our post office, and it costs 74 cents. The one about the Olympics hockey team from '84. I fucking knew you were gonna get that. Dude, you are too good with movies. Yes, it's Miracle. Yes, you got it. Yes, that's wild. Carmine, you're way too good at that shit. The cutting edge, no. He gives the monologue in between. You think it's over? Again. Yup. Oh, that's hilarious. Trying to figure out the best option. So you took out the middle piece and put the roller in. Thanks for advice. I'm currently with tape method, but not sure the best method. Yeah, Brenton, that's what I did. I took out the middle piece and then put the rollers back in. That seemed to fix it for me. I tried the tape method and I could never get it to work very well. So I just took out that middle piece and put the roller in. I taped the middle piece to the back of this scanner too, so I don't have to worry about losing it if I need it in the future. But I know Max Wax Packs does, or Max Packs Wax, I always forget which one it is. I know he does the 3D printed part to have one that won't scratch the back of the cards, but you can still have that piece in it. You can try that too. Trying to navigate my way through eBay UK, trying to figure out the best way to sell bulk. Looks like variation listing with deep discount offers to the best currently. Yeah, that seems to be the way to go. Seems to be the only viable way on the UK side is to do variation listings. 74 cents and it's tracked. It's pseudo tracked. It's not really tracked. It's how do you describe it? It'll say like when it's scanned in by the post office, but it won't like when it goes through the machine it scans. But it's not like true. It's not true tracking. They don't know where it's at. They just know like generally where it's at. So it'll say delivered on the day that it's supposed to be delivered, but it doesn't mean it's gotten to that person's house, which is really frustrating because a lot of people don't know that, and they're like, it says deliver, but it's not delivered, and it's just like, wait a day or two, it'll be there. It just means that it's at your like home post office. So it is tracked, but it's like pseudo tracking. But yeah, it's a really good deal, honestly. But even if it wasn't, like our post office does 78-cent stamps, so it's still relatively cheap. I don't know how cheap a stamp is in eBay in the UK, because I know you guys have a similar post service. Is it Miracle by chance? You got it, Pixel. You got it. Yes, but tracking isn't always reliable. Heavily depends on carrier scanning on pickup, waypoints, and delivery. Risky, but works most of the time. Yep. And it's insured, which is nice. How many listings do you think it took to reach a level where you're getting 10 plus orders a day? It's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell, Brooks. I would say, I mean, me personally, it probably took probably a good, I don't know, 6,000, 7,000 cards listed on eBay to get that much, but it's hard to tell. Ordered one yesterday from Max Packs. I'll let you know if it works. Hell yeah. Top rated seller takes into account ESE tracking. What do you mean it takes into account? I don't know. Like ESE tracking is added to every eBay standard envelope. My man getting the scanning sweats. Oh no, am I sweating? Do I have sweat circles? I always scan. Or I always sweat. I always scan. I'm always sweating. Can you guys see that? Am I sweating through the damn thing? Doing the damn thing. Is that what's happening? Or am I just like sweaty in general? I'm always sweaty. I'm just a sweaty man. It's what the ladies like, right? It's really hot when guys are sweating, you know? It's like, I'm scanning and it's so difficult. That's like attractive, right? I think that's how that works. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I wouldn't know. I'm married. I wouldn't know. I've been married and I've been with my wife for 8 years now, so she knows the ins and outs. She knows about my butthole problems. We're well past anything necessary at that point. You know what I mean? At some point you say, I know about his broken butthole. It is what it is, you know? Those of you that have not seen the videos of me talking about my butthole are going to be very confused right now. But we're just going to have it with zero context, and you're welcome. All right. No. Don't screw with me. Yama. Thanks for the inspiration. Watching your videos keep me motivated. Hell yeah, Brenton. I appreciate that. Glad I could help. My man, 6'7". Yes, exactly. In Denmark, our shipping is really expensive, sadly. We're right next to Germany that just has so cheap shipping. So selling bulk on card market is very tough to do that. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. That would be interesting. I think the only way to navigate UK is to sell bundles because the eBay tracking lowest cost is $272 for letter side delivery. So I have to bundle like 10 cards to make it worthwhile. Yeah, that's brutal. So you want to sell 1% of your inventory a day, so on the average for every 1,000 cards you have listed, you want to average one order. I've heard the 1% rule. I don't know who's doing 1% every day. I think Rob's talked about that, and Rob is the only person I've ever heard say that he's sold through 1% of his inventory. I don't do that shit, that's for sure. But I would say if we're going by that rule, I have 15,000 listed, and I usually average 15 orders a day at least, so maybe, I don't know. Don't mention Miracle. I grew up in the same town as... Wait, that would be 10 orders a day. If it was 1%, it'd be 10 orders a day. So I definitely don't think you're getting 10 orders with only 1,000 cards listed. I'm sure as hell not getting 1%. That'd be 30% a year, or 30% a month. And I'm doing like 12% per month. So I'm doing like less than half that. The sweat dripping on the scanner. Oh, there was... Wait, did I sweat onto the scanner, or was that just the whatever? Anyway, I grew up in the same town as Mike Arizoni. School kids literally had to sing songs about it. Oh my God, that's crazy. Can you explain how you're getting the prices for each card going through your scanner and how you're pulling them out? Sorry, I'm new. No worries. So we're going to be uploading these to Scan and Identify on on TCG Player, and they'll tell me what cards they are and give me the price. We'll be showing that here in a little bit, and you'll see what I'm doing. His what problems? He scans them first, then uploads the images, service prices it like the one. Yep. To qualify for top rated, you need shipping metrics, but wasn't sure if the standard envelope tracking qualifies or is included in that. It is. It is included in that. Like, you had to make sure that your cards are, like, shipped on time and all that kind of stuff. So wasn't the best moment to join the live? What is this topic? Yeah, what a wild time to join. If you get a second, would you mind showing us a piece you took out, rollers you kept in? Yeah. When it stops, I'll show you. Or when we get through these scans. We're almost all the way through these. When I get through these, just remind me if I don't. When we get through all these cards, I'll show you. You're doing 69%? Nice. Thank you. And then he pulls out the ones worth something later. What is the floor price that it will list? 25 cents is the floor price that I'll pull, but I list them for $2. So then I just opened a Chaos ETB and got the Froakie. Hell yeah, that's awesome, Devo. I'm jealous. I haven't. I need to open up some Chaos. I haven't been to any stores, so I haven't looked to see if any of them are in stock around me. But I'm excited to finally open some. But he has said many times about 25 is the pull limit. Then list. Yep. 1,000 cards listed, maybe one a day for me. Yeah, so that's less than 1%. That's 0.1%. So it's a little bit more difficult. I started to transfer TCG to eBay. Average about 2 to 3 orders a day the last 30 days, but I only have 300 listings. We do have a tier to the basic and ramping up now. Yeah. Then you must have some good cards there. I mean, you can do 1% sell-through rate if you aren't selling bulk. I would say a 1% sell-through rate is probably realistic if you're listing collections and only collections, like cards over $5. But if you're listing bulk, you're not going to sell 1%. I don't think it's possible daily to sell 1% of your inventory. That would mean 1% of my inventory, I'm at like 50,000 listed, I think. Or no, 34,000 listed. That would mean I have to do 340 a day, which I'm definitely not doing. Maybe on a really good day, but not on the regular. Not on the reg, as the kids say. All right, got those. Got the last stack. Let me show you guys since we're here. This piece right here. There will be a piece that comes out right here in between these rollers. That's what's scratching your card. You open this little thing right. I think it's this. Here. You open this, you take this roller out, and then there'll be a piece right here that slots in right here. You take that piece out, and then you put the roller back in. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Let's get to cleaning. We're almost done with this box. Almost finished. Nearly 30. Alrighty. There we go. Let's get these last ones scanned in and check out how much. So what's the over-under, y'all? What's the over-under? If you're new here to the live streams, we like to do an over-under because if there's one thing I love, it's gambling. That's sarcasm. Gambling is bad. Don't do it. Anyway, we like to do a little bit of gambling and with zero stakes, quite literally. Over-under. So I'm going to say over-under 50 cents. Do you think we're going to find a card in this bulk that's worth more than 50 cents? Or do you think all the cards are going to be under 50 cents? You son of a bitch. Don't you dare stop on me, you bitch. Go. Oh, suck a wiener. Do you think the card is going to be, one of these cards is going to be worth more than 50 cents? Or do you think all of them are going to be under 50 cents? I'm gonna say the 50 cent is the market over under on 50 cents. There she goes. There she goes. Oh, let me catch up. Holy cow. Yeah. We do 1% clothing, but that's really different. Yeah, 100%. Hello from Italy. Welcome from Italy. What time is it in Italy? Welcome, Rem Shinigami. I'm just going to call you Rem. I was too dumb to take the piece out, so I used masking tape to hold it out of the way. Yeah, I've heard that people do that too. Still sell unsorted bulk, even with the hype of Pokemon. I've noticed it's very hard to find unsorted bulk. Yeah, you can find it. There's always people opening stuff that are not pulling stuff. You have to lawn sale to find it, but I would live in the woods in Maine. Yeah, it just depends on where you're at too. See, eBay and Manipool, it's a bit of a manual process because I need to remove Manipool sales from eBay every night. I think I'm crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't do that unless you have a tool that takes it off. So you never out of the 3D arm in there? Maybe I'll try and yoke that out and see if that solves my auto feed problem. Yeah, I never did the 3D printed piece. I never bothered. Thought, should I focus on one? Should I switch to TCG player? I don't have scan, automate, but I'm level 4. I would focus on one, to be completely honest with you. I mean, you're going to get to the point where it's too much to handle, and you're going to have to cancel orders. It's fine at first, but then as you start to grow, it's going to be, it's not sustainable. As you grow, unless you have a tool that allows you to cross-list and will take the listings off automatically for you, if you don't have a tool like that, you're going to run into a lot of issues. I have not done Digimon or Lorcana. How many total cards? This right here so far, 4,600. It'll be at this whole box, I'll tell you here in 3 seconds, 4,634 cards, and these were packed. So realistically, like I said, we kind of overpaid because he said these were 5,000 count, or 5,000 per box, and we fit 4,600. So we were short 366. Okay, let me switch cameras. And let me catch up with a chat. What a chat. All right, let me catch up with chat. I am very far behind. One Piece is DBC is trending. Yeah, I need to try both. It's from the big game store buy. It's from the 200,000 you got. I got from the 200,000, not from the game store one. I'm looking for bulk. Can't find any in my town. Just keep looking. You'll get to the point where you'll be overrun with bulk. I promise. Over. Okay. Where the arrows from the other day legit? I'm guessing Portal 3 Kingdoms. It was like $35 or something. No. Are you talking about the? If you're talking about the bulk that we picked up and it said $35, it wasn't. It scanned wrong. Same with the $7 card. Actually, it was also scanned wrong. 50 cents for sure either way. It's a good day to catch Phantom live stream. Hell yeah, Kevin. Kevin! What's good, Phantom? Pusha, welcome. Not sure if you mentioned it before, but how do you handle duplicate cards that aren't sorted? What do you mean by that? Like, when I'm going and listing them? I'm in main too. Nice. Pulled from the armor doesn't want to feed. Yeah. Yeah, so that's why you have to put the roller back in. Thoughts on refurbished scanner versus a new one like Ricoh Fujitsu 7160 eBay refurbished is like under 200. I just don't personally like buying refurbished for stuff like this. To me, it's like I might as well save up and spend the money to make sure I have the right stuff. And then you just never know what you're going to deal with refurbished. You know, you could have a really good machine, but you could also have a really bad machine. So you're taking a chance with that. So it's just kind of up to you. In my opinion, I just prefer new. It's just less headache. I'm sure it'd be fine though, but to me, it's just like you're kind of taking a little bit more of a chance. You have no idea how many cards got scanned through that thing. You know, I don't know how many cards. I probably already scanned over 100,000 cards in this thing, if not more. So, but even then, you know, I bet this thing could go 5 million cards scanned and still be good, but I have no idea. Rollers in, interesting. It had an eBay warranty, so if it didn't work for a year, I can send it back. That's not bad then. If it's got a year warranty, then that's pretty good. But with how much you have to mess around with the scanner, they might void the warranty if you take pieces off, which you're probably going to have to do. So just be cognizant of that. Holy cow, I don't normally check my concurrent viewers. There are 86 of y'all in here. That's crazy. Thank you for being here. Let's pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually really good for me. I will take it. Save. All right, let's save this. We've got 3,473 scans. We had done, if you missed the video earlier, we had done about 1,100 scans from the last one. So this is going to be from this one. How many? I think I can do 3,500 scans in TCG player scan and identify, so that's actually really perfect. Import. All right, what's the over-under, y'all? Are you guys over or under? I am going to say... I'm going to say under. I'm going to say under. I don't think there's going to be a card worth more than 50 cents in here. I'm going to go with the under. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going with under. Are you busy binge listening after blowing up your store? I hope. Don't forget to like the stream, 86 viewers. Yes, I appreciate it. I always combine duplicates within batches when I upload using Card Uploader, but how do you prevent having duplicates if you get another collection with cards you already have listed? You have to check. There's a button. There is a button that you need to hit. Let me open Card Uploader. There's a way to check your eBay inventory and mark any duplicates. You should be clicking both the buttons every time. Is this the right account? Yes. So if you go to... inventory. No, sorry, not inventory. Previous batches. So if you click this button right here, check for eBay duplicates, this will check your store to see if there's any duplicates, and if there are, they'll mark them as duplicate. And then you manage duplicates and combine what's already here, and then go from there. That's how I do it. Should I be doing manage duplicates first and then do the check the eBay duplicates? I don't know how that works, but probably not. I'm sure it's fine. No, it should be the other way around. I think you do this one first and then this one. That's what I always do. I click this button, then I click this button. So. TCG player, browse the files. So, for those that were wondering, I take the scans that I just scanned in, I add them to TCG Scan and Identify. You need Pro Seller to be able to use this tool. I then click Near Mint, Normal, Next, then I import them. This will then scan to see what the cards are and how much they're worth. And then we'll throw it into the Google Sheets doc. It'll spit out a CSV. We can export a CSV, and then we'll see how much those cards are worth per card. For example, you buy a collection that has 20 unique cards. You then buy another collection 2 days later that has 5 of those unique cards. Are you just manually updating the quantity in your store? Nope, I'm doing it all through Card Uploader. Over, I have faith. Good. I need some faith. I bought an Epson scanner for like $300. Ended up returning it after a weekend of trying to mess with it. It was slower than expected and could only scan with sleeves because I was getting roller marks. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Epson scanner. I've heard bad things. So I've never heard anything bad about the Ricoh other than people not wanting to try to deal with like making it work. But once everyone gets it to work, it seems to be pretty good. Can't join the live because it's the middle of the night for me. Was hyped to catch one. Hey, that's awesome, man. Glad to have you. So you must be in the EU, I imagine. We need more thumbs up. Yes, you're goated, my guy. I appreciate you. Joe, I appreciate that. Don't have a scanner yet, so I'm just cranking through taking photos with my phone while watching this afternoon. Thanks for keeping us all entertained. I appreciate it. I try my best. I remember you from years ago when you were playing Pokemon Go. I think during Pokemon Go Fest in Indianapolis, we were doing raids. It was not me, Mad Ray Poker. I did not go to the Pokemon Go Fest in Indianapolis. So it was probably not me. I stand by my numbers. One card for 114, one for 74, res sub 50. For what now? Oh, you're saying you think one card is going to be $1.14, one for 74, and res sub 50. I hope. Hi from UK. Welcome from the UK. What part of the UK? Netherlands? Close enough. Nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I have the same issue with Epson 400. Clean the rollers. A streak mark occurs. Can never scan without sleeves because it scratches also. Interesting. I didn't know people were scanning with sleeves with that. So did you pull any nicer hits in this book? Would like to see them. We're about to find out. We're about to find out once this gets done. Shout out to the mods, to the Discord for setting up the global chat section. Yeah. Sorry that took for a while. It took a while. I just put off doing that. And so they asked me, and I'm like, yes, please do that, because I am bad at doing that myself. All right. Let's check. Moment of truth, y'all. Moment of truth. Ironically, I got the Epson scanner at the work this week for documents, and it just worked out of the box. Trying another run at the Ricoh at home now. Oh, gotcha. Nice. Did you ever decide to do a sponsorship with upcoming TCG business? What do you mean, Trevor? What do you mean by that? I did have a sponsor lined up, and I never got an email back. They wanted to do a sponsor. I got all the stuff they needed, and then they never emailed me back. So I was like, yep. That sucks. Oh well. London, nice. I was just in London last year. Me and my wife visited London. It was my first time being in London. I loved it. I loved London. Oh my God, I loved it. I didn't expect to love it, to be honest with you. That like England was actually like my. We went to England and oh my God, what was the city in Germany? Munich and Slovenia. We went to Bled, Slovenia, and. I didn't expect to like London as much as I did. I thought London was going to be my least favorite, and London ended up being one of my most favorites, so it was pretty cool. I thought, what would Phantom do? I cleaned rollers and it works great. So happy. I love my scanner. Good. Nice. Yes. Clean the scanners. How do you do the combined duplicate? Sorry, I missed it. Yes. So you go here when you do your listings, check eBay duplicates. It'll check for the eBay duplicates, and then you do manage duplicates, and it'll combine them, and then you just export the CSV and upload to eBay. Just say it. Yeah, some people like it, some people don't. So it kind of seems to be both ways. But I've been waiting for over 2 weeks for the seller to ship out. Wow, that's crazy. I used to work great in the beginning until the scratches. Interesting. Glad you like London. Summer's amazing. Winter's crap, though. Yeah, we were there in spring. We were there in April, and it was perfect weather. It didn't rain. It was like mid-60s the whole time we were there. It was beautiful weather. The whole trip we had beautiful weather. I think it literally rained. It would like barely spit a little bit of rain when we were in London, and the rest of the 2-week trip we were on, it didn't have any problems. Okay, we're about to find out. Over, under. I'm under on the 50 cents, but there is a 29-cent card right at the beginning, so that's a good sign. All right, here we go. Oh, it's over by just a little bit. Right into being 59 cents. Let's see. Okay, so we had... It was $24 was the sum of the last one, but the last box. Let's see what the sum of these cards are. There are 270 cards. So out of this box, we had 88 cards from the last one. That's 358 cards we're going to pull out of this box. And this summed out to $78. With the other batch, it was like $25. So basically $100 in this box. And we bought the box for basically $50. So... pretty good. And we're just going to sell the sifted bulk. So it's probably worth going through, which we will do right now. Let's start going through and pulling these cards. It's this one. And we will delete this. And delete this. Go here. Format. Conditional formatting. Oh, it's already applied. Okay. First card will be Seraph of the Dawn. And yep, this is how we go through it. We just pull out the cards that are worth more than a quarter. Not nearly as much as we normally get. You know, some of this stuff takes a long time to go through. Some of it's pretty quick. It just kind of depends how much of good stuff is going through. So what's nice about this bulk is it will be very quick to go through since there's not a ton to pull out. Ghost form. I need ghostly touch. There it is. So yeah, it kind of has its good and bad. You know, less cards, less to pull out, quicker to go through. But obviously you want it to go slow because you want more higher value cards. Like the one that we scanned in of the person that we bought local bulk, it was like we pulled out damn near every other card. It was crazy. So it took a long time. Butcher Ghoul. From that 1,000 price on Amazon. You're talking about the FI 8170, you mean, Mike? There's a queue on CU again. Oh, sad day. I got you. The British are coming. We're already here. Yes, yes, they are. They are indeed. They are indeed. The British are here. Pixie Guide. You find some prisoners. What's nice is it already seems to be relatively unique cards too. That's what I like to see. You know, I want a bunch of different bulk cards. Rico's like 630 on Amazon new. Well, yeah, it depends on which one you see. Sometimes it's really weird. Made the swap over to Cardo because of you, loving it so far and way better price. Hell yeah, A-side, that's awesome. Yeah, the price can't be beat. It's really, really good. Definitely can't beat that price. You know, we might get into another box, though, and it might be trash, you know? So it's going to be really interesting. Maybe we only got the only good box out of the whole thing, so you never know. We'll have to keep going through the boxes and see how good they are. I'm going to see if we can... I don't know if we'll be able to sift this whole thing right now. Fortune's favorite. I already... Okay, it is further down. But we'll see. We won't know until we start going through it. Midnight Guard. So there's definitely cards that he hasn't sifted. So, but it'll be probably pretty rare to find a dollar card. So again, this is going to be like our backup bulk. We're not going to go through it terribly quick because it's just really not as worth to go through this as it will be some of the newer bulk that we're getting since it's been sifted down past it or to $1. But it's definitely still worth holding on to. I think if I can pull $100 worth of cards out of a box, you know, that I paid $50 for. It's probably not something I should just be sending off. Yeah, sure, I could go and make a quick $1,000 or $2,000, but I think it's worth holding on to. Especially once we get that sifter, we're just going to have... When we get that sifter, we're just going to have so much things that we want to run through that. And I want that thing to be constantly running. So worst case scenario, we'll have a bunch of this bulk just sitting around, and we can always throw this bulk in it, grab the 25-cent cards in passively while we're doing other things, and kind of go from there. But this stuff is definitely like low priority for us. We have plenty of bulk to go through that's a little bit higher value generally. Gather the townsfolk. The one I see is Amazon is $9.99. Yeah, you can. There's different listings usually. Actually, I had emailed you. I was trying to source raw card images. I was trying to create a free tool for identifying card condition and need cards in different conditions to get good source material. Did you recently do that side quest? I didn't see an email. Unless it was just recent. Pop in and say, hey, everyone. Jareth, what up? Phantom, good luck on the MTG. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Screw it. I'm going to just focus on eBay. I'm making 25 MTG sales a day there. Then, yeah, that's a really good idea, Armageddon. That's really good. How many do you have listed? So glad I caught your live stream. I'm going to grab dinner. Keep pumping those videos. It's inspiring to see how you go from 0 to where you are now and being so transparent with finances. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad you could make it. Glad you could make it to the live stream. Good talking to you. Have a good dinner. What am I looking for? Triceratops something? Triclopian site? Basiliska Screecher? Basiliska. Screecher, I hardly know her. Nailed it. Black Mage's Rod. I'll give you Black Mage's Rod. Dawn Treader. Yeah, I just hate leaving money on the table. Yeah, it's unsustainable. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I understand. How long are you streaming for? Got to go for half hour, 45 minutes. I'll be live. What time is it? 3:30. I'm going to be live for at least another hour, maybe 2. So I might be still live. Depends on how much Kevin wants me to go take him on a WOK. How tired he gets of me waiting to get what he wants. Waxing Moon. Young Wolf. Irregular Cohort. Is it that far down? Yeah, it was. Okay. There it is. Reprobation. Hoster. Court Street Denizen. I have plenty of those cards. Foundry Street Denizen. Oh, okay. I got the FI 8170 for 475, but listing was used like no new. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you got it used. What up, dude? Derek, what up? CJ's Card Corner. How's it going? How's it going, CJ? Yeah, I think 2 days ago on Thursday, the email, I didn't see it. That's interesting. I don't remember seeing an email come by. Did you send it to, which email did you send it to? 7,000 listed? Wow. You're doing really good then with only 7,000 listed. Is it mostly non-bulk? The scanner's ridiculously fast. I use the Epson like others said. I have to use sleeves. Interesting. I guess I'll have to take it to level 4 on TCG. I'm not a fan of selling on there, but just to get to use this tool. You could technically use card uploader. You could do it through card uploader, but it might be a little more difficult. It is nice to have this this tool. Scan and Identify is very handy. I do use it a lot. Nantuko Husk. That boy Husky. There it is. Got through the first bit. Now I need to go to the second bit. Move these. Delete. Delete. Oh, wait, no. Okay, we're going to have to... Oh, wait, no, I want the card number. Don't remove that. Alrighty, Darkness Descends. There it is. Great Forest Druid. Would you check the price if you don't have TCG Scan and Identify available? Apex, you can use Card Uploader. I would probably just use Card Uploader. I'm good. I don't need to walk. I don't need to walk. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Thank you. It took me a second, Kevin. It took me a second. You got me wanting to start a second shop just for Magic now. Derek, are you doing combined duplicates or are you just doing just whatever? It seems to help me once I have combined duplicates. But if you're already doing combined duplicates, I don't think it's worth doing a second shop. Gold Knight Commander. And Commander's Authority. Forging the Anki. And my headphones are way too loud. I don't even know why I have my headphones on. I'm not even listening to the music. I don't need it on. What I missed? Don, he didn't miss anything. We're just sifting through the bulk. There's nothing crazy, but there is a good amount of cards over 25 cents, so that's nice to see. That's what we want to see, is just a good amount of cards. Steel Form Sliver. That's the next one. Then Jace's Erasure. Toppelgeist. Side quest, raise a chocobo. There's some Final Fantasy bulk in here. Cut a deal, Bastion, Into the Story, Hypnotic, Bog Slithers, Embrace. I'll quench ya. Or it'll quench ya, not I'll quench ya. Alrighty, let's get the next row. Let's get the next row out and start going through her. Alrighty. Any recommendations how to find a sifted bulk seller? I posted 25,000 Pokemon cards on Marketplace Text and it's got tons of around 0.25 cents a card, but nobody seemed like a continual buyer. It's difficult reforged. Typically, you're going to want to find like some kind of store that'll buy it, because you don't want to sell it to people that also do what you do, and you got to tell people like, hey, it's sifted. You know, at least that's what I do. I don't sell sifted bulk unless I tell them. But yeah, you just kind of try to find some connections. There's a lot. I mean, you can check TCG Bulk Kings has a website called tcgbulkkings.com, and he has prices listed there, and you can sell it to people online. But finding somebody locally, you just kind of got to get lucky at that point, especially somebody consistent. Typically, you're going to want to sell it to like a card store though that does specific things with them. Doomblade. Is Fog's not part of it? They already go past Doomblade? What's happening? I think I did. What is happening? Wait a minute. Giant Growth. Where's Giant Growth? Okay, no, there is the Double Fog. Okay, we're good. Doomblade should be literally like... There it is. Okay. That was weird. Torgal. Torgal, Tornberry, Mud Button, Prismatic Undercurrents, Test of Talents. So I also love you show the sifting process, even if the stream slows you down a bit. Distractions are heavy when you're staring at so many cards. Yeah, 100%. I don't have a ton of magic lists. I do 98.9% Pokemon, but I would just do a second shot for magic, no duplicates. So do you do duplicates already on? Do you combine duplicates already on eBay? Because realistically, you can have it on the same store, but obviously, if you aren't already combining duplicates, then that's when it's hard. And that's why you would probably want to do a second store. But if it's just because you want a second store for Magic, like I don't think it's necessary. You can do the same store, and I don't think it's going to change anything. Only reason why I switched and did a different store is because I wasn't already combining duplicates, and I would have to start over for the Pokemon, and I didn't want to do that. So I just did it on a second store. Foul play. Hey, Chandler, welcome. How's it going? Have a great day. Now that my scanner is going burr, I have work to do. May your business always be booming. ABL, baby. Hey, Brent, I appreciate it. Have a good one. Enjoy the scanner. And good luck. Always got to be listing, which, speaking of which, I may or may not have not listed today. And I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to list today or not, but we'll see. We miss a day, we miss a day. We miss a day, we miss a day. It's not the end of the world. But I do try to make sure not to miss a day as best I possibly can, but sometimes it doesn't work out. I love the DBL cards, these cards. I don't know if you guys can see them. They look so good and they feel good too. They got this like glossiness to it. I love the cards from that set. Bereaved Survivor. Contortionist Trope. Ghostly Touch. Black Cat. Segovian Angel. Got him. Oof, going a long way until we get to Ephemeral Shields. That One Piece collection came today. Got a lot of listings to do. Going to send multiple PSA subs to across the different tiers to try and spread the returns a bit. Nice. What was the collection you bought from One Piece again? Was it bulk or was it just anything? Same store, different category? Yeah. Captain Pistachio, I like it. Thoughts on LOL Riftbound? I like the Riftbound. I think they look really cool. I played League of Legends for years, so I really like Riftbound. I've not sold any Riftbound, but I do like it. Hopefully it sticks around. I've heard some people are getting out of the game, but, you know, that's pretty natural sometimes. But hopefully not too many people are jumping out of the game. I think it's a good collector's game, too. You know, it's not just a playing game. Hopefully it's more like One Piece where it could be a collectible game and a playable game. Commander's Authority. Contortionist Trope. Should be right here. There it is. Seraph of Dawn has seen better days. That is moderately played. I'm not pulling a 26 card for a moderately played. I'm resorting to try the software and driver that came on the included DVD instead of the download. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a thing you could try. I didn't think about that. Hopefully that fixes it, man. I'm sorry you're having to deal with that. That's really weird. It's really weirding me out. Ardent Elementalist. Nature, alrighty. Wow, we gotta scroll way down for these. Otherworldly Outbursts. Oh, this card, I almost thought I found a crimp card. This card looked weird for a second. I thought it was crimped. It is not. Thought I had a new card to add to my crimpy boys. Which, to be honest, I don't like the crimp error as much. It's cool, but it's not as cool as the really off-center cards. I like those better. All right, there's that. So we're just putting the sifted stuff back to give us some room here. There we are. Look at all the cards that we've already pulled. Look at that. Haven't even gone through 2 rows. Definitely worth going through. I would say this is definitely worth going through. Generator Servant is what I'm looking for. Where are you? Black Cat's one of them. Otherworldly Outburst, Black Cat. Okay, I think I passed it. Okay, I did. Generator server should be right here. There it is. Okay. Then Otherworldly Outburst. Then Grave Purge and Black Cat. All right, now we're where we need to be. Another Black Cat, Sanctuary Cat. Lots of goodies. Should be a double or triple my money situation with grading plays. That's awesome, Don. That's awesome. And when I shop for cards on TCG Player, I often will browse and snag bulk from random TCG games from the same seller, like various Weiss, Grand Archive, Star Wars, Dragon Ball, and so on. Glad when I see it listed. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's cool, High Commander. I don't typically do a lot of buying of cards. That's what's interesting. Like, I only really sell. It's rare that I've ever bought. I don't know if I've ever like actively bought a card on TCG Player, which is strange to think about, or eBay. I probably will once I get into the world of grading, but not done a ton of buying. Merfolk Spy. Black Cat. Butcher Ghoul. Well, what's everybody working on? What are we doing this fine Saturday afternoon? What's everybody for the U.S. people? What's everyone's plans for the weekend? The long weekend. Seraph of the Dawn. Lots of Seraph of the Dawns. I got a ton of these. We're not low on Seraph of the Dawns, that's for sure. Black keys, black diamonds, black out, black everything. Seraph of the Dawn. All right. Those are done. Next set. We're on row 3. 3 of 4, and then we'll scan in the next set of cards. Next box of cards. I got a Marshadow IR 146 Mega Evo with the off-center air and got it air graded with CGC. Hell yeah, that's awesome. It's a long weekend for the UK too. Oh, nice. That's perfect. That lines up well. Do you guys have like a bank holiday? Currently sorting cards and condition scanning in a bit, but damn, it's what I dislike the most for sure about this business. Yeah. Conditioning is definitely the worst. Non-stop listing. Hell yeah, eBay. Sorting German Pokemon bulk. That's pretty cool. That's cool. Does German Pokemon bulk sell well? My Vault X binder came in, 1,088 slots, so I'm putting the whole national decks in, slowly upgrading the holos to IRs and SIRs. That's a cool way to do it, Commander. That's really cool. Going to the Knicks game tonight, but sorting and listing before I head out. Nice. That's awesome. Hell yeah. I was just watching. I didn't even see the final score. I'm assuming OKC won last night. Unfortunately. They were up by 10 when I saw with like 3 minutes left, so I just assumed they were going to win. Defy Death. Did I already grab that? No, I didn't. Defy Death. Where is Defy Death? I don't have Defy Death. What's happening? Did I mix my things up? Throbbing? I did. I did something wrong. Throbbing Valiant is what I'm at. Did I mix my stuff up? I bet I know what I did. Is this? Oh no, what do I do? What did I do? I don't see this card. I did something wrong. Oh shit, where was I? Okay. Deathwind. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Golden. Oh, okay, I just need to scroll down more. Throbbing Valley. Okay, we're good. Devout Chaplain. Yeah, we're good. It was just too high. Wait, no. Where did I go now? There we go. Okay, this is where I'm at. Okay, let's not get lost here. Divide Death. That's the next one. There it is. Serathon. Fragmentize. There we go. All right, we're back. We're back in action here. Unsummon. Duress. Going to clean up my work area, then plan on finishing listing 1,000 cards. Nice. I need to clean my work area, to be fair, Kevin. Yeah, bank holiday on Monday here in the UK. Nice. That's awesome. First batch, don't know. Just sold reverse hollows and trainers, but sell from out of the Netherlands. Oh, nice. Spurs gang? Are you saying like you're a Spurs fan, or did Spurs win? God, I hope the Spurs won. If they came back from 10, that would be sick. Goblin slide. Goblin these nuts. Got him. Merfolk Spy. Nezumi. We're just posting some of my graded stuff, sports, which I don't like anymore. Oh, really? You have graded sports stuff? That's pretty cool. I don't know enough about the world of sports cards. I like sports cards. I think they've got some really interesting stuff in sports. Like they have I really like the cards that have stuff in them, like parts of their jerseys or like signed stuff. Like that's so cool. Also was talking to my local TCG store to help them with scanning cards. They sell most expensive stuff. Getting a scanner and they can sell me their bulk at discount. Hell yeah, that's awesome. That's the way to do it. Trying to set up with a local store that doesn't really do much with bulk. That's definitely what you'd like. Serpent of the Endless Sea. Jace's Erasure. Huh. Oh, that's weird. It was mixed up with the card that was in between. Assassinate. My wife right now is at a Ren fair. She went to a Ren fair with some friends. I have been to the Ren fair a few times. I just don't enjoy it. I don't see the allure. I mean, I can see why it would be fun, but it's just a lot of shopping is what it all turns into, and I just don't care to do that. I like seeing all the outfits though, and some of the shows they do. If you find one with like good shows, those are fun. Pretty sure OKC won. Yeah, I think they did. I would assume they did. Making all the lots. Nice, Kyle. What kind of lots do you make with them? Issue with the sports is that it's likely pay to play. The more expensive boosters have expensive stuff in it. Oh, yeah. Hence, I don't like it. Yeah, you have to really spend. I mean, if you buy, like, even, like, retail can get expensive, but, like, retail doesn't have anything good in it. So you got to buy the, like, hobby stuff, and that shit gets so crazy. Those hobby boxes are wild. It basically is too expensive for most people, so you have to, like, join rip and ships or, like, breaks. And it's just, yeah, it's interesting. I would love to do breaks on this channel. No one likes sports, but doing sports breaks would be so much fun. And let me tell you, there's a lot of money to be made in sports breaks. Rip and ships, the difficulty with, like, Pokemon rip and ships is like you have to open so many packs for it to be really worth any money. Like, let's say you're making like even $1 a pack, you're really not, unless you're really pumping through packs. Whereas like sports breaks, man, you can make a lot because they're such high value breaks that you can like have a lot bigger of a margin. Oh man, it's crazy. Those guys can make pretty good money if you do sports breaks. But you really got to have a lot of capital for that stuff because those things, a box can cost 10 grand. It's just insane. I think it'd be just cool to open because it's you can get some really insane stuff. Like breaks, you can literally open like a $10,000 card. It's just insane. Like you pull a 101 and stuff of a popular player, it's over. It's over. Some rookies, like depending on the rookie class. What is your buying cost per category for Magic? How do you break it down? Common, uncommon, lands, tokens, and rares. My buy is just $8 per thousand right now, for regardless of what it is. Well, lands I do $5 per thousand, but that's usually what I do. Typically, when you buy big bulk purchases like this, though, they won't really have them separated like that. I mean, if they have rares, they'll keep them separate, but I don't have a rare price right now because most of the time I'm just buying commons and uncommons. I don't know what the rare price would be. You can check TCG Bulk Kings. They have tcgbulkkings.com. Chase has all that stuff written down and different prices that different people buy for, and that gives you a good idea of where you can be at. Dispel. Okay, yeah, it's further on. Okay, dispel. Okay, one day we'll have Pokemon cards that have a patch of Pikachu for Charizard scales. Yeah. The local TCG store sells all major TCGs and they don't buy back stuff like Lorcana, Riftbound, Gundam. So trying to see if they can help me get people to sell their bulk. Oh, you're trying to get into bulk from all those? They also event holders for all major TCG launch and competition and stuff. Oh, nice. Yeah, if you can get them to buy back like bulk and just buy it for them for more than they're paying for it and build a relationship there, that could be really good. Magic collector boxes openings can have some high value in one pack as well. Oh yeah, for sure. Like Lance, he was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still in here, probably not. But Lance does a rip and ship with Magic, and that's what he was talking to me about. He's like, dude, the problem with Pokemon rip and ships is the packs are typically really, really cheap. So like compared to Magic, like one Magic pack can cost you $45, and he's like, you know, it's a lot easier to make some margin there, and you open a $45 pack and you can get through them quicker, you know. But compared to Pokemon, where it's like most of the packs are gonna maybe at the higher end cost like $8, you know, at the lower end $4, especially if it's starting to go back down toward MSRP. It's just interesting the different kind of markets that emerge. But the guys that are doing really well for the rip and ship for the Pokemon side just blast through packs. I mean, they just go so fast. And like at that point, like I'm not even really enjoying it if I'm just going straight to the hit and not looking at the cards or anything like that, you know? Which I get why. I mean, they have to. You kind of have to. It's all about just like a volume game at that point. Holy cow. Got to go way down here. Siege Mastodon. There it is. All right. We got to that one pretty quick, actually. Start your engines. Speaking of start your engines, the race tomorrow, which is definitely going to happen and definitely not get rained out. It's definitely going to get rained out. It'll be interesting to see. Aspect of Hydra. Price of Fame. There we go. Third row down. One more row to go. I've actually been playing a ROM hack of Alpha Sapphire, or actually Omega Ruby, recently. It's got like custom shinies and stuff. It looks pretty cool. I've just been playing through that. So my plan tomorrow, if we end up going to the track, I'm just going to bring my 3DS, and if it starts raining and we're just chilling, I'll just play my 3DS and play that ROM hack for a bit, just to keep myself occupied. I don't imagine we'll end up going, though, because it's probably going to be raining in the morning, and it's like, if it's raining in the morning, the track literally takes like 2 hours to dry, so there'd be no point in going in until it stops at the very least. And even then, if there's a bunch of rain behind it, there's no way the race is going to happen. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Wow, we got to go way down to get to Emancipation Angel. Emancipation Angel. There she is. Ghostly Touch. $1,000 common, uncommon, 50 legendary, 5 to 100 base lands, foil lands, full art lands, tokens, all the lots. Yeah. If you buy them all, then yeah, it just depends on what the prices are. But you can check, like I said, for the prices on TCG Bull Kings. Unless you're trying to sell to me, just let me know and I can give you individual prices if you're wanting to sell. It's difficult to buy Magic Bulk. There it is. There's the most expensive card right there. Right into being, a whole 59 cents, baby. But it's hard with Magic Bulk to send out because you can't really pay a ton for it. So by the time you ship it all, you lose a lot on shipping. So an Iron Shield Elf, that's a 57-cent card. We take it. Midnight Guard. Basiliska Screecher. Awesome, thank you. I got you, Tim. How'd it go? I mean, 200,000. Sorry, what was it? How'd it go? It went great. We're looking through it right now. Pretty good stuff. It's definitely sifted down to $1. You know, so it's we're not pulling out crazy value, but it's definitely worth keeping. It seems. But we have only gone through one box, so we'll have to go through another box and see. We're almost done going through this, and when we get done going through this, we'll start scanning in another box and see if there's anything good in that one as well. Consulate, Surveillance, Aspect of Hydra. Yeah, I've already got a good relationship with them because I sell a lot of graded cards. And I sell them at a very good price and give some high-end graded cards to consign the local TCG store. Oh, nice. They do consignment too. That's pretty cool. So lame to watch a lot of the time, in my opinion. What is luck? What's lame to watch? Can you explain what a rip and ship is exactly? People pay for a pack to be open live. What's in it for the buyer? And I assume the seller makes the money by scalping. The pack cost a bit. Yeah, that's basically, you got it. I mean, in theory, the benefit to the viewer is they get to do it alongside other people. And it's kind of like a community thing where it's like, oh, yeah, we get to open it alongside others. You know, I don't mind doing it. I've done it a few times, and some other people like TJ Stream. I've jumped into his live rip and ship. Mike X Collectible. I've jumped into his rip and ship. So that's basically it. And you get your profit by you buy the product at 80% and you sell it on a website hopefully for 100%, or you get it for like 85% and you hope to get a little bit off the top. But that's basically how it is supposed to work. Most people sell it at market, or maybe if they're popular enough, they sell it a little above market. Some people it doesn't make sense to, you know, and that it's reasonable. I kind of am of the opinion like I'd rather open it myself instead of somebody else opening it for me. But I understand like the social aspect of wanting to do it, and that's kind of cool. But for like box breaks with sports, the packs are so much that like it doesn't make sense to like buy a whole hobby box, because a hobby box can cost you, you know, anywhere between like $500 to like $2,000. So you buy like a team and you say, okay, I'll buy the Colts if it's my favorite team. You know, I'm a Colts fan. So I'd buy like the Colts, you know, section, and everyone buys a team, and then you open it and any Colts cards comes to me. And you basically divide the price up between everybody involved, so it's cheaper for everybody, and do it that way. So you could do it, people do it that way as well. On the sports side. Sometimes I do it by team. Sometimes I do it by even player, depending on what it is. It just, they could do a lot of different things. You could be pretty unique with it. In my opinion, it makes a little bit more sense in the sports world than it does in the Pokemon world, but a lot of people do it on the Pokemon side too. Solemn offering. Where am I at? Battle menu is what I'm looking for. There it is. Okay. Phantom interference. I interfered. Spider-Man Heroic Horde. Got a Spider-Man card. That's pretty cool. Dawn Trader Elk and Grave Purge. Indy 500 race, awesome. I got race drivers, 7 Richard Petty cards. Nice, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. I've not seen IndyCar cards. I've opened F1 cards, but I've not seen any IndyCar stuff. I'm more of an F1 fan. I like IndyCar, and I'll follow it a little bit. My dad really likes IndyCar, but I mostly do F1. Dawn Trader Elk in this. Did I pass it? Nope, I didn't. There it is. A no. Oh, that card is beat up. That ain't worth pulling for 34 cents. Satyr. I actually have a lot of old 90s to 2000 NASCAR cards that belong to my dad. Probably around 1,000 or so if I had to guess. Some relic cards, some die cuts. I've never been super into NASCAR. Those are probably worth a pretty penny nowadays. Especially some of the big guys. I'm trying to think of like an older one. And that, like, I mean, 2000s, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt. If you have Dale Earnhardt especially. Who else was back then? Oh my God, what is his name? I can't think of the guy. The guy who, okay, this is gonna sound bad. The guy who killed a kid racing not stock cars. I met. What is his name? Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart. I bet Tony Stewart would be worth a pretty penny. I guess 157 isn't worth it, but these might be. What are these? 161. Okay. Costly plunder. I've never understood ripping ships. I think I'm too much of a dinner for ripping packs. I mean, I prefer ripping packs too. Like, I don't also really... I mean, I understand the idea behind it and why people enjoy it, but I'm the same way. Like, I'd rather just rip my own packs. Like, I just really enjoy having the pack in person, but I understand why people do enjoy it. Because it's cool, like, the way I see it always, and I've talked about before, of like, you know, it's really fun when you get together with friends and open packs. Like, that's when I've had the most fun opening packs. And, like, each going to buy, like, a booster box or something and opening it together. Like, the idea of doing that alongside people, like, even if it's just online, is also, like, you can kind of see why people would like it. So that's kind of how I view it. Appreciate you, Phantom. You're great. Hey, Clay, what's up, man? I appreciate it. How you been, Clay? Do you whistle Flipper the Dolphin? Did you whistle Flipper the Dolphin? I don't know what Flipper the Dolphin is, so no. I'm probably right now the song that's in my head is what's it called? It's oh damn it! It's called Blacked Out or something like that, or Blackout or something. Black something. Let me see if I can find it. I was just listening to it. Where's it at? Come on, I know it was in my recently listed. Everything Black is what it's called, by Unlike Pluto and Mike Taylor. That's what I'm currently whispering. Or whispering. Whistling. It's a good song. Wild guess. Sanctuary cat, sanctuary cat, sanctuary cat, sanctuary cat. Ground shaker. I should probably cut my grass today at some point because it's probably not going to happen tomorrow. So it's going to be raining all day. And then the next day, hopefully I'll be at the race. So I will not have time if I don't cut it today. There it is. We did it. So to give you a visual representation of this box of cards that we pulled value out of, let me show you all the cards we pulled that were worth more than 25 cents. Now, granted, a lot of them are duplicates, but that's why we're combining duplicates now. Look at this. All this is just basically free inventory is the way I see it. The way I see this stack of cards is free inventory. All these cards, free inventory. And you might be saying, how is it free? You just paid $1,800 for it. Well, this box is now going to go to my sifted pile, and I'm going to sell these cards for more than I pay for them, because I have a buyer that will buy them for more than I pay for it. So ultimately, it's free inventory. It's free real estate. So, pretty cool. Free inventory. Let me go put this in my staging inventory and move these cards over. I almost died. I literally almost died. Not literally, but I almost died regardless. There it is. There she blows. There she blows. Another box down. That quick. Alrighty. I'm going to put this there. And we can start going through our next box. Boom, baby. I rather enjoy packing orders. I do too. I do too, Vincent. Fortunately, the Greg Biffle and the Kyle Busch cards may go up now. Usually happens in situations like that. Yeah. Who's Greg Biffle? I don't know if I know who that is. But yeah, Kyle Busch cards I'm sure are going to skyrocket. Guten Abend, wie geht's? Du bist gut? I think the reason why ribbon ships work so well in the USA is that people have a different mindset about money and ego to flex. In Denmark, people are way too conservative for it to really work. Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't know how well they do outside of the US. I'm sorting Magic too. Hell yeah, Briarwood. Okay, wait, I have a question. I use custom SKU, but now Card Uploader has the manage inventory option to help track duplicate listings, but it uses a CU generated SKU when you list to eBay. Does it still show your custom SKU when you pull orders if you're using that managed inventory beta? It will not show the SKU that you give it through eBay. On eBay, it'll have a separate SKU. So if you do the combined duplicates, you'll have to do your pull orders through Card Uploader. You won't be able to do them unless you export your Card Uploader inventory, which you can do. but it is a separate SKU. It won't have the same SKU because it combines that SKU. So it'll say like, okay, if I have Seraph Angel, which I just had pulled a ton of them, I might have them all over my inventory, but for eBay, it's only one SKU because eBay only has that as one listing. Does that make sense? But Card Uploader knows that which card actually gets ordered, so it'll tell you where in the SKU that is. Or at least it won't know which card gets ordered, but it'll tell you like, this card is here, and here it is in your inventory. It's over for Rip and Ship in the next 6 months. This whole thing is over. No, Rip and Ships have been around for years and years and years, and they're not going anywhere. She's been posting and organizing, running the Clay Day sort system. Hell yeah, nice. Greg Bibble is the driver that died in the plane fresh a couple months ago. Interesting, I didn't know that. Is he a NASCAR driver? Right, chilling on your stream even though I'm not into TCG. Well, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being here. Es tut mir leid, mein Deutsch ist nicht gut, but welcome. Not but, I said but. I literally added an English word. Als welcome. Plane crash, I got you. I understand what you stood. Okay, so we got some more cards to sip or to scan in. Let me check my phone, make sure there's nothing I need to catch up with. What time do you want me there tomorrow? My father-in-law just texted me. I don't know. Let's see. Yep. Ooh, $30 Bulbasaur card just sold. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. All right. Let's see. Let's check our eBay. Which eBay store am I logged into right now? I'm logged into its Phantom Cards. Let's check the orders for the day. What are we up to price-wise? Yesterday was a really good day. We did like $240 in sales yesterday. And I think today's going to be a really good day as well because we added all those higher value cards. $165 are all ready for today. That's crazy. And it's a holiday weekend, so I bet more people buy cards on holiday weekends. If I had to guess. I could be wrong, but that seems like a relatively good, relatively decent idea. I don't know if that's actually how it works, but because you might say people will be outside. Granted, it's raining for like all of the Midwest, so it's not great days. Let's see. Let's go to this one. See if there's any more Magic sales happened since we've gotten off. Looks like it has not, unfortunately. No more sales on the Magic side yet. We haven't listed on there. Yesterday we did some listings, but not a ton. So we need to just list more. Like always, we need to be always listing. He was a NASCAR driver too. Oh, interesting. That's sad. So do you recommend using the manage inventory feature, or should I just continue with the ways of using my custom SKU system, try to manage the duplicates myself? Brooks, I like it so far, but I'm still really new into it. So I really don't know how well it's going to scale. But so far with the Magic side, I really like it. You said you don't buy on TCG Player or eBay. Do you have a Pokemon personal collection? If so, do you ever find stuff you're looking for in the bulk you buy? Hi, Commander. I've literally just started in the last 2 months collecting error cards. So I basically am only collecting the ones I find in collections and in in bulk. But I do also collect Fortress cards. So any Fortress cards I get in collections, I'll usually buy. I'll usually keep, especially if they're older ones. The newer ones I really don't. You know, like Scarlet and Violet Fortress cards, I don't grab out since I have plenty of them. But from any Fortress cards, older Fortress cards, I'm like, yeah, that's staying with me. Takes slightly longer, but I won't have the same card all over my inventory. Mountain Dew with the Mandew, Peat and Butter with the peanut butter. That's fine. That's fair. That's good. Especially if you have a system that works well. This card business can snowball. It is crazy, Luck. It is crazy. We literally started with $0, and we've done, what, $13,000 in sales? And we just spent, I think this week, actually, let me check. This week alone, I have spent $4,123.71, and we're still somehow in the positive. We've spent just in the last week over $4,000. That's crazy. Now, granted, we do have a lot of money from our affiliates and our YouTube channel, but that also had to start from zero as well. So, you know, we brought in, you know, $6,000 roughly of those two, but still, it's crazy. We've done $13,000, $13,703 in sales. And we started literally from zero. It's crazy. I don't know where you stood. Not pointing that out to be an asshole. Definitely going to start using that. Yes, Kevin. I had a buddy that did it, and now I can't not do it now. If I just pull orders from Card Uploader, I can still chaos sort the same way I have been with my custom SKUs. Yep. As long as you're combining duplicates and doing it that way. Started 25, I had 72,000 in inventory and just got over 1 million now. That's like 155,000 USD or so. That's awesome. That's awesome, Luck. That's really good. Pulled a crimped card from an old pack. Hell yeah, pulling it from a pack would be cool. Why am I getting ads on a live? I have ads enabled. The Manage Duplicate feature recognizes cards you already have listed on eBay or just duplicates it in that batch. The Manage Duplicate feature recognizes cards you already have listed on eBay. It does both, Brooks. It does both. So there's 2 buttons you have to click on Card Uploader, check your eBay inventory, and then Manage Duplicates. It does both of those things. As long as you click both those things. Okay, let's get the camera set up. Let's get the scanner cleaned, and let's get to scanning in some more cards. Black card, black keys, black diamonds, black out, black, everything all black, everything all black. Alrighty, there's that. Let's pull up our chat. I think I'll try that feature out then because I'm sure it'll be helpful as I scale. Just be careful, Brooks. You'll have to do it with a new inventory. I don't think you can do it very easily with inventory that's already listed. I think they suggest you do it with new inventory only. So you'll probably either have to be on a separate eBay store or restart what you have. So that's why I did mine on a separate eBay store. Or if you don't have a ton listed, you can just unlist your cards and then do it through then and relist them. But I think they suggest you do it by from scratch because it can be really confusing to do it with inventory that's already listed. Alrighty, let's do it this way. We're just gonna pull out all these rows. I guess I could just do 1 row of this and see if it's worth it. That's probably what I should do. And see if this box is worth it and be like, okay, this box is worth going through. We're on the streets. You started from 0, but 2 mil in inventory. You're so right. You're so right, bestie. I actually started with 7 million. I had one $7 million card. I started with a small $1 million loan. That's all it took. That's all it took to do $13,000 in sales, was a small $1 million loan. But it is kind of crazy to think about how much it does really snowball. I mean, if you would have told me in January that in May we would buy $4,000 worth of stuff and I would still have money left over, I would have told you you're crazy. It's crazy how fast it can snowball. And that's what's even more insane is like, that's going to snowball even further. Like the $4,000 we've just spent is going to snowball into way more money. It's crazy how it works. Crazy how it works. All right. Let's get to scanning. Black keys, black diamonds, black out, black everything. Well, I only have like 400 listings so far, so I can't kind of just leave those all as is and then start using this other method going forward. Oh, yeah. If it's only 400 cards, then yeah, you could probably get away with it. They're listing all 24,000 on my eBay inventory. Sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, relisting that is brutal. It would take a long time, Blizzard. Just about to type it. Yeah. I had to make it to where all doable with 0 extra electronics. I built the same thing a long time ago. I never shared or showed anyone that I was building. That's pretty cool, Clay. Small $1 million loan to start. Yup. So background of you knowing some German. I took German in high school and I really liked it. And then literally last year, about this time last year, I started relearning it and spent a lot of time trying to learn German. And unfortunately, since we started this business, I've not been consistently trying to learn German anymore. But I was doing really good for a really long time, for like a good 6 months. So I wasn't great at it, obviously. I still knew only some of the basics, but and a lot of it's already gone away. But I was learning it. I really like the German language. I think it's sehr schön. Sehr schön. Sehr schön fremd? Fremd? Is that language? Yeah, we all overestimate what we can do in 1 week, but underestimate what we can do in a year. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. That's a really good way to put it. The last year I was ready to tap out, but if you stick with it and don't let the mistakes drag you down, it snowballs hard. Yeah, 100% Don. I appreciate it. I definitely can appreciate that. Resisting would be just as easy as going through the old batches on Card Uploader and re-uploading the CSVs to eBay. Relisting would be just as easy as going through the old batches on Card Uploader and re-uploading the CSVs. In theory, but you have to take away all the cards that sold. So in a big inventory, it would be a lot. German is very good command language. Yeah. Sprache, fremd is foreign. Thank you. I knew it was wrong. I knew I was wrong. Damn it. It was, yes. I was thinking of Fremdsprache, which, yes, that's what I was doing wrong. Damn it. See, you can see clearly a lot of that has been lost already. And all foreign listings go to old batches, and with new feature, re-upload CSVs done. You could, yeah. But you just have to make sure not to allow any cards that already sold. So you have to take out the cards that sold out of those. Oh, okay. That scared me for a second. I saw some foreign language cards, and I was like, oh no. Are these all foreign language? Oh, I ran out of scans. I just spit everywhere. Scans that make good dance. Scans that make good dance. All these dudes talking pitches. I'm just talking scans. What part of Germany, Purple, are you from? Wo im Deutschland? Think a Spanish king said a long time ago, I speak Italian to men, French to women, Spanish to God, and German to my horse. Clever horse. Sorry, I need to broken down like a fiver. I'm new to both Card Uploader. You're good. You're totally fine, Brooks. I understand. North Westphalia? So like northwest? Trying to think of north. We were in the south part of Germany. We were in Munich when my wife and I visited. I loved it. It was beautiful. We went and saw Neuschwanstein Castle, which was really cool. That castle was insane. It literally is like a fairy tale castle. It's wild. If you guys don't know Neuschwanstein, you should look it up. It's literally like it's a massive castle built on the side of a mountain, and it's just insane. It's wild. You pull up to it and you're like, what the fuck? More Middle West border, Netherlands. Okay, Munich is like 600 kilometers south. Oh, so I mean, I know it's gonna sound bad, but for us Americans, 600 kilometers is what, 400 miles? So that's not very far for us Americans. For Europeans, that seems like a long trip, but for us Americans, 400 miles is not bad. I used to drive 400 miles to school when I went to college, so. The Disney Cinderella Castle was inspired by Neuschwanstein. Yep. As it should be, because that's the most, like, insane, beautiful castle. It literally, I mean, when we saw that, when we came up, I was telling my wife, I was like, this just doesn't feel real. Like, it doesn't feel like this actually exists. It doesn't seem, I don't know. It's crazy. It literally felt like we were in a fairy tale. Wild stuff. But Germany's beautiful. We got to drive through Germany because I drove from Munich to Bled, Slovenia. And I also rented a stick shift, and I miss driving stick. I used to have a stick shift, and I don't anymore. So I rented a manual, and it was so fun driving around Germany and then driving to Bled, Slovenia. It was really cool. 6 kilometers in one cross country and end up in France. Yeah, exactly. Is there any fear that Card Uploader could just cease to exist and someday ruin your whole inventory system? Brooks, so they actually allow you to download your inventory. So worst case scenario, if that did happen, you could just download your inventory and still fulfill orders. If that happened, if they like just stopped existing, which I just don't imagine it happening. But if they ever did, you would just have to relist your inventory, which, you know, it does suck, but that's just kind of the nature of the beast. Oh man, Germany was cool. Slovenia was really cool. Slovenia, we went to this little small town called Bled, Slovenia. And it's got this, it's called Lake Bled. And it's this beautiful lake with like this like church in the middle of it, on like an island in the middle. And it's this big old lake and surrounded by like a huge mountain range. I think it's the Alps. And it's just, it's beautiful. Just Europe in general, my goodness. I know America has some like beautiful areas to America, but I live in Indiana and it's flat and boring as hell. So there ain't nothing beautiful about Indiana. But Europe was cool. I really liked it. I liked Germany. I liked England. I liked Slovenia. All the places we went I liked for all different reasons too, you know. It's funny though, because we were in Bled, Slovenia, and that was the last place we went to. And by that point, I was kind of like feeling homesick. That was like a week and a half into our trip. I wasn't like homesick in the sense of like I was missing anyone, more so just like you get to the point where you're like, all right, like I'm ready to go back to some structure. So it was kind of like, I liked Bled and I really enjoyed it. And one of my favorite days of the trip was in Bled, but it was just a lot, you know. It was, by that point I was like, man, I'm tired. Funny thing, I could drive a manual semi-truck. I have a CDL, but I've never driven a manual car. I don't know if I could. I'm sure it would translate well. I can't imagine it's too terribly different. It's official. Paper stream captures will not see my scanner no matter what. Really? That's so weird. That's so weird, Mike. I'm sorry you've had that problem. Is there another scanning software you could use? I'm most worried about Card Uploader increasing pricing. I don't think it's going to happen. But even if it did, like, he went down in price. Like, his prices used to be more expensive, and they went down in price. So they're not doing like this introductory thing where they're trying to get a bunch of people and then raise the price. Like, Pokemon Steven, I've had conversations with him personally. He's a super cool guy, and he's like, I just want to help people. Like, I literally don't even think he's making money on Card Uploader. I think he's like breaking even. So he's really doing it like out of passion and less out of wanting to make money. Do you install the proper Twain driver? I had the issue initially as well. What happens if you lose power, which is possible, not really sure, but you haven't planned for it probably? I could just use it on my phone. I could still fulfill on my phone. So that should be no issue there. No, don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. There you go. Still feeding the beast. If I won the lottery, I'd go live in Japan. I'd make a Japanese Pokemon card export business. That'd be cool. PATS2 installed, and it works fine with that. When I was in orientation there was probably 1,000 people in this auditorium. We had to sit down after many miles we traveled. A kid proudly stood up till 8,000 traveling from Massachusetts to North Carolina. Great start. Yeah. Damn. Is MA Massachusetts? That's Maine. MA is Maine, not Massachusetts. Maine. That makes more sense. Our software we use for the European platform scales based on how much you sell. I pay €80 a month for it. It started out like €3 to €4, I believe. Wow. Interesting. What's the software? I should be using the 32-bit driver even on a 64-bit OS. Interesting. That's weird. I've not heard anybody having issues, Mike. That's sad that you're dealing with that. Wow, we have a lot of the Sanguine Indulgence cards. Holy cow. We had like 40 of them. Notice 800 miles, not 8,000. That is half the Earth. Oh, I was about to say, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. I got you. ME is Maine. Oh, I was right. Oh, fuck. I was right. A scanner seems like such an amazing tool. It would take me weeks, if not months, to do the amount of cards you've done today. Yeah. I mean, granted, we're not listing these cards. We're just sifting through them, but yeah. Try it on another system and see what happens. That would be annoying. Yeah. As soon as I sell my gold Zard from the Ascended, I think that money needs to go to a scanner. That might not be a bad idea, Brooks. It'll make you good money. TCG Power Tools, it's an inventory managing program that has a pricing bot that sorts out all the prices for you. It runs every single evening. Interesting. So, like, TCG Player has, like, a auto pricing tool, probably similar to that. Black keys, black diamonds, black out. How long have we been live? Over 2 hours. Wow. It's not been that long. I didn't realize it had been that long already. It's already 4 o'clock. Wonder if Elisa's still at the Ren Fair. See if she's messaged me. She sent me a photo at 2:30, so no. I need to call my dad so I can respond to my father-in-law, figure out what time we're leaving tomorrow if we're leaving. I don't know if my dad's still going to want to go to the track, even though there's no way the race happens tomorrow. He might still want to go. Like I said, I'm going to bring my 3DS and just play some Pokemon while I'm there if I'm just going to sit there and watch the rain fall. Fine with me. I ain't got nothing better to do. I'll gladly sit outside and watch the rain fall while playing Pokemon. That sounds like my ideal way to spend a Sunday. That's the ideal way I spent many Sundays in the past. Sounds frankly lovely. Me and my mom used to sit out in our garage and watch storms whenever they would come by. We'd read out in the garage and watch storms. That was the best. I'll still do that sometimes. I'll go out in my garage and just watch the rain fall. Play some Pokemon or read a book. Oh, I love it. All right, time to clean the scanner. Black out, black, everything all black. That is nothing bad. I tell Elise, I call it Pokemon weather. So anytime, like I used to sit out on this swing that we had when I was younger. This like one of a nicer swings that you could like lay down in. I would lay down in this swing and play Pokemon. And it's like anytime it's like anywhere from like 65 degrees to like 75 degrees, like perfect weather. You don't really necessarily need a blanket, or even a little colder, you know, like low 60s and you might want a blanket. Like I would just put a blanket on and just sit outside and play Pokemon like Platinum or Pokemon Diamond or one of those. Like I would just sit out and play for hours. So I always say, anytime it's like really, really nice out like that, I always tell Elise, I'm like, oh, it's Pokemon weather. It's Pokemon weather. That was the best. Sitting outside and playing video games, there's just something about it that just feels so good. I don't know why. I love sitting outside and playing video games. One day it's my goal to have a screened-in porch. I don't know why, but I've always wanted a screened-in porch so I could just like be outside playing video games in a screened-in porch, not worry about stupid-ass bugs, and just chill in a nice screened-in porch. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Purple, have a good one. Auf Wiedersehen. Scarlet, Violet, Green, A-N, SV1, Desperators coming. Created by me. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely ways to do the inventory if you do sorting and things like that. Was good homies at work watching. Got in 4K bulk a couple days ago and already scanned a few hundred with the scanner. It's amazing. Hell yeah, JM. That's awesome. I too sit in the garage when it rains, man. Been trying to figure out how to hang my hammock up so I can take naps during rain. Oh, that is pristine. We sit out, like I'll open my back door and we have like a screen that we close. And we actually did this last night while it was raining, and we just like watched TV, me and Elise, just while it was raining. We were just chilling, watching a show. We started the new show, Unchosen. I don't know if you guys have seen that on Netflix. We started that last night, so got through a couple episodes of it. But yeah, taking a nap. Sunday afternoon nap, door open, nice weather, breeze coming in, or even if it's raining, a nice rainy breeze coming in. Taking a nap on the couch. Yes, please. I'm in heaven. I am in heaven. I like to sit in my truck and listen to the rain. Yes. Yes. Sit in a car or a truck just while it's raining. That's what I'm saying. Like, tomorrow, if we end up just going to the track and just chilling while it's raining, I'm all about it. That is the best part of moving from Denver from the south. The bugs don't survive the winter here. Oh, yeah. So you don't have as many bugs in the summertime in Denver? Blackies, black diamonds, blackout, black everything. But yeah, screened-in porch. That's the goal. We need to sell enough cards to buy ourselves a screened-in porch. Not this house. Our next house, I'm getting out of a neighborhood. I don't mind living in a neighborhood, but man, I want to live a little further out. So we're not in a neighborhood, more in the country a little bit. Have a little bit of land, like an acre or two, and just be a little further away from your neighbors so I can sit on the back porch and just chill. That sounds lovely. That's the next house we buy. It'll be further out in the country. Black keys, black diamonds, blackout, black everything, all black. We should probably check these scans to see if any of these cards are even worth it. Well, let's have this be the last of it. Actually, we'll go until it stops. And then once it stops, we'll not clean it. Bring the cards, see if they're worth anything on TCG, scan and identify, and see if this box is even worth going through. Should probably have done that sooner. Even around the water? Yeah, that's awesome. We used to play N64 all the time. It was amazing. Yes! The idea of playing N64 in a screened-in porch sounds absolutely amazing. This guy here has a Sifting. Goodbye. Yep, Hound Dog Game. What's up, man? Yes, it seems to be a pretty good buy. Our first box, we pulled out about $100 worth of cards. Mostly, I mean, the highest value card we pulled out was 59 cents, so it's not like they're super high value, but we pulled out a good, like, I think 250, 300 cards, so not bad at all. Definitely worth going through. I also rarely post near mint or moderately played near mint and LP or LP. Moderate play, I just give away. Interesting. See, I think it's worth definitely selling near mint. I wouldn't list your near mint cards as moderately or lightly played. I understand the mentality behind it, but I think you're just kind of missing out on money at that point. I see the mentality behind it, but I don't follow that mentality too much. Okay, we're gonna have to figure out how to do this. I have a quasi screened in porch. There's like 10 windows, so I open them all with the screens down. There, that's just as good. You know, that's just as good. I've always said if I could somehow heat and cool a all glass house, I would love to live in an all glass house. The idea, like I love natural lighting and I love like just sitting outside. And so I would just love to just be always surrounded by nature. Like I like nature, but it's not like I'm one of those guys that's like, oh, I got to go out in nature and go on hikes. It's just more so I like being like outside. It just feels good, you know? You're considered an auto loader for the scanner. Kenneth, people have been talking about that. I haven't, but I probably should look into it because it'd be really nice for things like this. Really, really nice for sifting, but we'll see. I might wait until the sifter comes to see how much we run through. Like if we still keep doing this once I get the sifter, then it's probably worth grabbing the auto loader. But if we get the sifter and we just don't really hand sift anymore, then it probably isn't worth it for me. So it just kind of depends on that. Well, I wasn't gonna scan these, but this thing isn't stopping, so I'm not gonna stop it. Black keys, black diamonds, black out, black everything, oh, black everything, oh, black. Oh, it's starting to slow down, I think. There we go. Now she's slowing down. Huge. Good news. Hell yeah. I don't have time to check if it's near min or on many thousands. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess. It just depends on what you're going through, to be honest. What is sunlight? Yeah. Don, where are you at? I cannot stay productive when it's dark out. It's why I'm really bad during the winter months. I probably have seasonal depression because I like the winter months because I really like snow, but I can't stand how early it gets, how dark it gets, how early. It's the worst. I hate it. Oh my God, it's the worst. I can't stand it being dark so early. And I just am not nearly as productive when it's dark out. I don't know what it is. All right, let's let this last bit be it. Then we will run through these cards through TCG Scan and Identify and see if there's enough cards worth going through this box, and then we'll finish scanning if it is. It probably is, but I want to run it through just in case. Save 2, CU2, okay. Scan and Identify. Recommendations, tips for getting bulk on Marketplace? What do you mean getting bulk? If you're talking about Facebook Marketplace, I imagine is what you mean, Dingles. McClueberry, that's a wonderful name. Create your own post. Post it on Facebook Marketplace, but also put it on your local Facebook groups, saying you're looking for bulk and the prices that you're looking for. Even have sealed for trade. I've heard good things that way, so that would be my recommendation. You could build a 3D printed tower that holds 4K cards, and you could load the whole lot at once with a catch box below that could catch the whole lot, one load, and you're done till it's done. Maybe, Commander. It'd be interesting to try. I don't leave the basement. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Bro's whistling Zelda. I'm not whistling Zelda. I'm still whistling the same song I've been whistling, but I do like Zelda music. I don't like Zelda the games. I know that's kind of criminal, but never been a Zelda fan. I'm not big on puzzles, so it just never really clicked for me. I always wanted to like Zelda, and Zelda seems like a game I should like. It's like Star Wars for me. I always wanted to like Star Wars, and it seems like a series I should like, and I just don't. And it's the same thing with Zelda. Like, it seems like a really cool series that I would like, but I don't. I don't know why. I'm weird. I got you, Dingle. Let's see if this batch is willing, if we're willing to go through this box. Let's see how much value is in this second box. See if it's similar. We had $100 in the last box. Are we going to be over or under in value in this box? I'm going to say under. But I also saw a lot of the same cards scanned in, so that's probably why I'm saying under. A lot of similar cards, so it might have been sifted pretty good. Gasp, I fell out of my chair. You don't like Zelda or Star Wars? Are you me? Maybe, Kevin. I don't like Star Wars or Zelda. Who remembers the Coliseum on N64? Me and my buddies played the hell out of that game. Remembers Coliseum. I don't know if I ever played that one. I don't recognize that one. The big N64 games for me. Mario Kart, obviously. But the way better racer, and it's not close, Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing, mwah. Perfection. Why has Nintendo not made a new Diddy Kong Racing? I do not know. What other N64 games? Mario 64, obviously. Excite Bike. That game was great. What other games? I didn't really like GoldenEye that much. Pokemon Coliseum? Oh, that was on the GameCube. If that's what you're talking about. Coliseum was a GameCube one. But yeah, Pokemon Coliseum I loved. The Animaniacs theme song? No, I'm not. I came across something similar to what you described, but I haven't gotten it yet. I'll give my thoughts once I do. What was it that he got? Good Times Multiple on N64. Yep. Yep. Did you play Ocarina of Time? Ocarina of Time? I did, but I never got that far into it. Jet Motto and Mario 64. Nice. I'm trying to think. There was a game me and my buddy used to play. I think it was called Road Rash or something like that. You were on motorcycles, and I remember you could just like beat somebody off a motorcycle. We played the hell out of that game. We always rented it. We never owned it though. Super Mario RPG on Super Nintendo ahead of its time still holds up. I bought it for the Switch and haven't finished it, but I did like it when I was playing it. Like the remake. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Nice. Didn't like GoldenEye, not a Star Wars fan. Who is this guy? Yup. You know, I just didn't play GoldenEye with friends. And that game alone is not a very fun game. And it was a very like dark game and kind of scary to me. I was a little bitch as a kid. I'm a little bitch as an adult, but I was also a little bitch as a kid. So, you know. Wave Race. I played Wave Racer, but I never played it that much. Like I always rented it. Yes, Stadium. Yes, I got you, Don. Yes. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, the mini games in those, me and my siblings would play the fuck out of those games. Still to this day. We have a barcade near us, and me and my brother were playing the mini games. And Pokemon Stadium 2 had the better mini games, in my opinion. But yeah, played the hell out of Pokemon Stadium. Excite Bike was a classic. Excite Bike was so good. GoldenEye was how you settle arguments. Nice. A lower that you can load up with a crap ton of cards for our scanner. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The bike games was the best on PlayStation 1. Oh, yeah. Earthbound? I never played Earthbound. What other N64 games did we have? Tony Hawk's Pro Skater? How am I forgetting that? Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2? Oh, my God. 1 was my favorite. Oh, my God. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 was so good. So good. A lot of the Tony Hawk games were good. I used to have a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game, or Tony Hawk's, was it Wasteland? On the DS. And then Downhill, it was like Downhill something on the DS was really good too. I really liked that one. Perfect Dark was awesome. I never played Perfect Dark. Juiced GoldenEye. I've heard good things though, yeah. Minigame Blitzball? Yes! Final Fantasy X, I never beat because I would always just play Blitzball. I would get to the point where you play Blitzball and then do nothing else but play Blitzball. And then I would stop playing the game. Every time. I've never beat Final Fantasy X because of Blitzball. It was too good. Is this done? Address later. There we go. Export. All right, we're about to find out. I'm hoping This is going to be decent. We've scanned in almost 3 full rows of this box. Let's see how good these are. Did I export it already? I think I did. It's this one, right? Did I export that? Darkness Descends. Is that the first one? Yeah, okay. 29 cents, already a good sign. Another 59-cent card. Or is this the exact same one? Wait, this might be the wrong one. Where is the scan I just did? Was it 3,473? No, it was 2,924. Wait a minute. I might have screwed up. Wait a minute. 449. Was it this one? No, here it is. Okay, sorry. Ignore what just happened. That was the wrong one. Ignore that. That was a little too on the nose with the other one. It's this one. Sorry. Ignore that. No one saw that. No one saw. Good start. Kite Sail Freeboot. Was that the first card in this scan? Yes, it was. All right. There we go. All right. Good sign. Those are 26 cents cards. Let's try this again. Hashtag worth. It's worth going through. Let's see how many cards. Just out of that, holy cow. Cards over 25 cents out of those scans, 362, and it's worth $103. Definitely worth going through. All right, we'll finish the scans. We got our answer. We will finish the scans. Definitely worth going through. I don't like sports. Blitzball was like, I mean, it's not really a sport. I mean, I guess it was in the game. Made me cry. Don't tell no one. Yeah. Super Smash Bros. Yeah, the classic. Honestly, I didn't play that much of the 64 version, though. The 64 version is definitely, in my opinion, the worst of all of them. I mean, it was obviously like iconic, and I loved playing it, but I didn't really get into Smash Bros. A lot until Melee, and I played a shit ton of Melee. Super Smash Bros. Melee was so good. Super Smash Brothers Melee! What a classic. And that was when we all learned, or some of us learned, what the hell the word melee is. I feel like I'd never heard that word before that game. I was like, what the hell do you say it? Is it melee? Everything. All right, let's continue on. Scan them all in. Back to the old tried and true. Blitzball was the card game thing that was inside Final Fantasy? No, it was a like game you played in the water, and it was played with like basically like a soccer ball. It was in Final Fantasy X. I think the card game might have been 11 or 12. Fallout is God tier. I never played Fallout. Never got into a Fallout. Blitzball was the game where you tried to make goals in a ball filled with water. Yep. My best N64 games, Paper Mario. Oh my god, I forgot about Paper Mario. Paper Mario is so good. What the fuck? I totally forgot about Paper Mario. Mario Kart 64, GoldenEye, Star Fox was fantastic. Super Mario, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap, Dr. Mario, Mario Party. Of course the Mario Parties, yes. Tetrasphere, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Those are classics. Definitely Mario Party. Mario Party 1 and Mario Party 3. I say those are the best, but it's only because we never owned Mario Party 2. GameCube was the end of Nintendo Journey. I played Scarlet and Violet, but don't really play Nintendo games anymore. Oh, I still play all the Pokemon games for sure. Nintendo is still my favorite gaming company for sure. Kevin, I'll take you on WLK soon. Don't worry. It's already 5 and he's ready to He's ready to go. Let me get these scans done, Kevin, and we'll go on a WOK. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, on the night time. I'm such a good singer. I should quit this TCG business and go strike it out on my own as a starving artist and go sing for the world to hear. I think that sounds like a better idea, to be honest with you. I think I have better chance at being successful with my singing career. You know Kevin wants something when he's just laying down next to me. He doesn't normally hang out upstairs. Well, he does sometimes, but not a lot. So you know he's wanting something. I gotta plug in my phone. It's almost dead. No, it died! No! I literally plugged it in and it died as I plugged it in. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch! Give me a drink. Well, that's unfortunate. We're gonna have to wait for that to... You guys are just gonna have to listen. Listen, Linda, listen. I guess I can show you guys this. You guys can watch the scans come in. There was a card game, I think, in 8-2. In 8, I think 2. Yeah. I can't remember. Yeah, I never played 8. Or I did play 8, but I didn't play a lot of it. I did really like 8, actually. What little I played of it. Banjo-Kazooie. You know, I never played Banjo-Kazooie, which is crazy. Singing the Friends theme song? No, I'm singing this song called Everything Black. Nintendo going to be the only console left before our time is done? Yeah. Go sing. Can I manage your shop? Yeah. I won't just add all the cards to my collection. Well, not promise exactly. Yeah, exactly. Will you start with $0 in the bank singing? Yes, of course. I will be singing for the money. I'll be singing on the side of the road. My doctor would love if I dropped this card thing and became a starving artist. He would be okay with that for about 100 pounds. Yeah. We can see you on some cam. What? Yeah, it might have been 8. I remember playing that card game a lot and not really going anywhere else in the game. Yeah. Did you guys ever, speaking of card games, did you guys ever play, did anyone ever play Phantasy Star Online? Phantasy Star Online had an episode 3, and it was a card game, which was really trippy. And it was the only one I owned for a while until I finally got Final Fantasy episode 1 and 2. Not Final Fantasy, Phantasy Star episode 1 and 2. I loved those games. Those games were so good. Don't slow down already. We've only gone through 300 scans. You're not allowed to slow down yet, sir. Oh, wait, no, we've done more than that. I lied. I forgot it stopped for a second, so we've probably done quite a bit more. Off to the left, webcam on. Say what? I like Phantasy Star. It's fun. We can see your face. Oh, I know. You're good. Is OG iconic? Yeah. Did you guys ever play Phantasy Star Online, though? I didn't really play the original Phantasy Stars, but Phantasy Star Online, oh my god, those games were so good. They were like super grindy, but I loved them. All right, let me clean this scanner hopefully one last time, and then we can get to the rest of these scans. Scan to make good dance. Scan to make good dance. All these dudes talking pitches, I'm just talking scans. Isn't that right, Kevin? He's like, shut up. I just want to go on my WOK. This is bullshit. I don't want to have to listen to your dumbass singing. You could sing while we're WOKing. This is dumb. No, Kevin, I couldn't. Because then everyone would be judging me as we walked. And I'm definitely not being judged by my viewers with my singing at all. There's no way. There's no way they would judge me. I'm taking to the dark side. All right, get some more cards in. There's no scan lines at all. 0 scan lines detected. Metro Live has a nostalgic video on Fanstar. I think I saw that one. Yes, I'm pretty sure I've seen that one. It's really good. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. Just didn't type it all. I got you, Bruce. I got you. Yes, those were so good. Online is still around, I think. Yeah, you could like play like private servers and stuff. Yeah, for sure. I haven't tried them though. Another thing, my doctor would be okay with me stopping, me being lazy. Yeah. Why you like this cardboard stuff? It doesn't taste too good. Yeah. Yeah. He actually has never tried to eat my cards. One thing, okay, he really doesn't get into anything ever. He never really gets into anything, doesn't get into the trash, doesn't get into anything. The only thing he gets into consistently, for whatever reason, is paper towels. He loves a good paper towel. He just likes to rip them apart. I don't know why. So we have to keep paper towels away from him. But the only other thing that we found that he likes, he got my freaking, literally like 3 months before we were about to leave for Europe, he bit and chewed up my passport. He had somehow got my passport and chewed it up. He has literally never chewed up anything. And I'm like, Kevin, out of all the things you could possibly chew up, you chose the absolute worst thing. Luckily, I was able to get it replaced in time, but I was like, oh my God, Kevin, thank you for having me deal with that stress. We may judge you, but not if you're taking care of Doggo. Yes. My dog never gets in anything, but if I leave a box on the floor, he'll pee on it in 5 seconds flat. That's so weird. Yeah, Kevin doesn't really get into anything. He doesn't pee on anything other than outside, luckily. Other than, okay, he doesn't pee inside, but when we take him to get boarded, he does like all day play at this place. He really likes it. But when he goes in, we go in and there's dog smells obviously everywhere inside. And especially on the counter that they have. And he pees on that counter, or at least tries to pee on that counter every single time we go in. I always tell them, like, when I give it to him, I'm like, he's going to try and pee on this. Don't let him. And they won't believe me sometimes. And I mean, they get it all the time, so they don't care. But they're like, oh, he's fine. And then he'll do it. I'm like, I'm trying to get you guys to not have to clean up dog piss in your lobby. But that's what he does for some reason. He's got to mark his scent on the lobby so everyone knows that Kevin is there. Isn't that right, Kevin? We're almost done, Kevin. We're almost done. Our Boston's an old bulldog, love paper towels and TP. They haven't ever tried to get any of my cardboard, thank God. Yeah. Luckily, Kevin hasn't either, but yeah. Paper towels, toilet paper, yeah. Kevin's all about it. I think he just likes to rip it up. My dogs used to dig in my pillows on the bed to lay in the sun. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Kevin likes to lay in our bed. Kevin likes to lay in our bed when during the day when I'm at home and we're just chilling. He lays either in our bed or we have a guest bed that he's basically now treated as his own bedroom. He basically has his own bedroom. He goes there at night to sleep every night. We literally call it Kevin's room. And then Timmy has his stuff in my wife's office, so we call that Timmy's room. So Elise doesn't even have an office. We don't have a guest bedroom. We have Timmy's room and Kevin's room. But Timmy doesn't even really go in his room unless he's eating or he's going to the bathroom. About a Amazon box stuff, it's a lot of outside scents. Yeah, I can see that. Yep. Yep, I can see it. I feel like Kevin has almost attempted to pee on some boxes before of mine too. He like has that look in his eyes. I'm like, what are you doing? Everything, all black. Everything, all black. I just found a channel. Really like your work. Hey, Nail Hua. I appreciate it. Glad you're here. Welcome to the channel. Did you find it through the live stream or did you find it through one of my videos? Glad you can join us in the live stream. Always curious how people find the channel. Always an interesting thing to figure out. All right. Last little bit to go. Jerry, list those cards I sold to you. This is last Absent from Discord. I did. Yep, I did. I did indeed. We've already sold a couple too. Appreciate you selling. Work? We don't work around these parts. Yup. Now, your video's trying to figure out the best way to sift through all my Pokemon bulk. Yeah, Pokemon bulk's a little bit more difficult to sift through. I do it by era, realistically, for my eBay store, but it's different if you're definitely listing on like TCG Player. But yeah, Pokemon bulk's a lot harder to sift through. It's a lot harder, it seems, for a lot of programs to recognize Pokemon as well as they do Magic. So it's a little bit more involved. Okay, I don't want to have to clean this thing, and it's slowing down, and I only have a few more cards left to go. Don't go too slow on me, Scanner. Come on, you can do this. You can do this, Scanner. You only got like 40 more cards to scan through. You got this. Yep. Well, welcome, Absent. What condition would you put the cards once Kevin's peed on them? Pristine. Gem Mint 10. Actually, they're one of a kind. One of a kind, peed on by Kevin, signed by Kevin. Worth $1 billion. Okay, let's scan. Let's go on to TCG Scan and Identify and see how much these are worth. So we already did the other one. So this is the full box. So to remind you guys, here are the cards. The total amount of all the cards over 25 cents came out to approximately $103.75, 103.75. All right, and then let's go and scan these in. Don't think this is done yet. Oh, it is done. Okay, it's saved. eBay. Is it this one? Yeah. Should be like, what did I say, 1,300, 1,700? Yep. Near mint, normal, next, import. Let's get it. Cards I like to buy are from the parents selling the cards they bought for their drug addict kid that's in and out of jail now. Wait, what? The hell? Pristine. Oh my God, I missed it. What an obvious choice. Wappas, yes, exactly. PSA 11, yup. Brand new. Just came out. Son of a biscuit. I installed the stuff on my laptop, hooked up the scanner, and it worked first try. Really interesting. Why is that? Are you up to a point in your fame to consider having a custom promo card maybe in the Pokemon style? Honestly, High Commander, I thought about doing that just as a business card, and I think I want to do it. I've been toying around the idea of a business card and what it would look like, and I think I would do something like that. The problem is that's not really a business card at that point. You know, it's like a whole card. So I don't know if I want a business card as like a whole card. It's not easy to like hold in the wallet. So I don't know. But I think it'd be cool. I've already had a design idea of what I would want to do. So that might happen. Pismatic Evolutions. Golden Eye. Yeah. All right, let's get these scanned in. All right, export. Let's see what this price is. File, open, upload, browse, download. This one. All right, Death Spore, was that the first one? Yep. There we go. See how much this is worth. $49.19. That box had $152 worth of cards in it. $152 worth of cards with a total of, let's see how many cards. 362. $169. $531 cards worth $152.94. That's pretty solid. $152 in a box that we paid $50 for, and we can just sift it and then sell it for more than we bought it for. That's a free $150 worth of inventory, so I will take it. I will gladly take it. I'm guessing it doesn't like the HP scanner stuff I installed on my other system. Some sort of conflict. Oh, maybe. Is it possible the scanner guy is using the USB port that isn't working? So PC? Yeah, he said he's changed USBs. Made it back. How many boxes did you get through? 2, Devo. Tried every USB port in my system. Yep. Parents think their dog is the greatest thing ever, raising their kids, buying them anything, and one day they get hooked on meth or fent, and now the cards they bought, they just want to get rid of. That's crazy work, Clay. That's crazy work. But on that note, I'm going to head out. Kevin's going to kill me if I don't take him on a WLK within the next 5 minutes. So appreciate you guys being here. Definitely worth going through, but it's going to be lower priority bulk. But I appreciate you guys being here. We'll be live again potentially Monday night, but it is a holiday, so it might be different. But regardless, if it's not Monday night, it'll be Wednesday night. But appreciate you guys being here. I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.